New York Mets fans. My phone's a little low, so I'm going to look at the chat on the computer. Sometimes it's a little bit behind, so if I see your chat a little late, that's the reasoning behind it. That's why I usually have the phone out, but phone's going to die soon. So I figured I would just watch it on the computer today. But the New York Mets, man, trust me, I watch every game. I'm an insane New York Mets fan. After the way they've been playing the last couple nights, I said, I got to go live. I got to go live, man. The way this team is playing, I'm super excited about the New York Mets right now. I get to experience with some diehard Mets fans out there. This team right now, they're starting to click. The lineup is starting to get going. Pete Alonso is starting to get the bat red hot. Last night, that second home run that Pete Alonso hit, it looked like he was going to hit it out of the solar system. He hit 2 bombs last night. The defense was terrific. The play that Michael Conforto made in right field was outstanding. Not to mention, Guillermo made a nice play at second base. J.D. Davis looked crisp at the hot corner. This Mets team right now, they're starting to click. And McGill, man, I can't say enough great things about him as well. He's been terrific for the Mets. I think had he started earlier in the year, probably would have been in consideration for Rookie of the Year. He's been that good so far for the Mets. And tonight, well, we got Taijuan Walker on the mound going up against Ryu, who is, I believe, the Toronto Blue Jays' best pitcher. Walker formerly pitched with the Blue Jays, but he's been terrific so far this year with the Mets. Obviously, he had that tough start last time out, but we'll see what the Mets got, man. I'm excited. And hopefully we could maintain first place. Right now we have a 4-game lead on the Phillies. They're playing the Braves. I think the Braves are 5 games out, so we'll see what happens there as well. What's going on, KP? What's going on there, John? What's going on there, Jose? Jose says he doesn't see me. What's going on, Sports Influencer? What's going on there, Josh? What's going on, Steven? He says, I went to the game yesterday. The fireworks were lit. Yeah, I saw that they were going to have a fire. I didn't realize it was yesterday. I knew that they were going to have a fireworks night against the Blue Jays. I'll have my phone out for a second because it's a little quicker here, but I know it's going to die soon. What's up, LA Sportsman? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. But I saw they were going to have a fireworks night against the Toronto Blue Jays. So that's pretty cool. I might go to the doubleheader. It's a single admission doubleheader against the Braves. We got 5 big games coming up against the Atlanta Braves after this series. So, but big game tonight, though, because no matter what happens, if the Mets lose, somebody's going to gain ground because obviously the Braves and Phillies are playing each other. So the Mets need to continue to win. We're going up against a good pitcher tonight. What's up there, Landon Man? Thanks for popping in, buddy. Nick the Wick. Benjamin says, listen, you're the man, but I absolutely hate Dave Roberts and Kenley Jansen. They are absolutely trash. Hey, man, you're Dodgers. You're in a tough race right now. There's no doubt about it. The West, nobody saw that coming with the Giants this year. I didn't see it coming. Hopefully my Giants play as good as the San Francisco Giants this year. Padres are good as well. 3 teams are going to make the playoffs out of the West. Thankfully, as a Mets fan, we're not going to have to play any of you guys. The 2 wild card winners are going to play each other, and then the winner of that is going to play the division winner. Mets are going to end up, if they make the playoffs, they're going to end up playing the Brewers in the first round. Well, let's see what we got here, man. Stinking Blue Jays, they don't stink. They got a really good lineup. The Mets pitching was just fantastic last time out. The bullpen did a great job as well. Trevor May's been fantastic the last 6, 7, 8 times he's been going out there. I'm starting to get a lot more confidence with him. 3 straight. Yeah, and Dana, what's going on? Since Acuna is out, I think the Mets have a better chance at winning against the Braves. Of course, Acuna is one of the best players in baseball. And without him, of course, the Mets are definitely stand a much better chance to win. And who did they pick up? The Braves picked up an outfielder, obviously not going to replace Acuna. They picked somebody up like a week after that came out. I forgot who it was, but obviously you're not replacing Acuna. This defense, dude, Slurpee, the sports influencer, the Mets defense has been top notch, and we're not used to this as Mets fans. And this is without Lindor, who's supposed to be one of the better defensive shortstops in baseball. But this year, as a whole, I think that's one of the underrated things about this Mets team. Obviously, coming into the year, we all expected the Mets to have a really good lineup. That kind of didn't really start to hit full stride until about 2 or 3 weeks ago. But the defense, during all these injuries the Mets have had, has been what's kind of kept this team afloat. The defense overall has been really good for the Mets this year. And the bullpen, even though it's kind of starting to fall apart, recently, for the year has definitely been better than we expected. Jock Peterson, that's right. They picked up Jock Peterson. That's right. Chris, if you watch Freddie Freeman on Monday, that guy is Freddie Freeman's fantastic. Freddie Freeman won the MVP last year. I mean, he kills the Mets historically. I mean, the Braves always kill the Mets historically, but he's great. This defense needs to. Oh, I already read that one. 3 straight nights. Oh, you're talking about the. What's up there, Jose Reyes? Man, thanks for popping in, buddy. I wish I could watch it on the phone, but it's so much easier there. But I'm just gonna watch it here. Eric, man, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. Jake Peterson says the Entertainment Sports expectations on Andrew Thomas for this year, and should we trade Shepard for extra draft capital? I'm going to say definitely no. I don't want to trade any players right now from this team. I want to go into this year, at least to start the year, with the best team possible, a team that could contend to win a championship. So my answer to trading anyone before the year starts, unless you're bringing in another player that's going to better help the team, is absolutely no. Whether that's Sterling Shepard, whether that's Jabril Peppers, whether that's anybody. In terms of Andrew Thomas, I think Andrew Thomas is going to be really good this year. I'm not telling you he's going to be a Pro Bowler. I think he's going to be really good this year. I think he's going to take a big step up. I think he's going to be at a bare minimum an average starting left tackle in the NFL, and that's a minimum. Those are my minimum expectations. I think he's going to take a big step up, and we're going to need him to this year to be the blindside protector. The Rich Hill pickup, Sports Influencer, I think it was a good pickup. And what's funny about Rich Hill is a curveball pitcher. He's kind of a junk ball pitcher, and I think he actually fits in pretty well to this Mets pitching staff because you got a lot of power arms, especially when Noah Syndergaard comes back, if he comes back. But you got a lot of guys that throw hard. I think he's a good guy to kind of mix in there, and he's obviously a huge improvement over what we had. The back end of the guys of this rotation couldn't go more than 3 innings with all the injuries that we've had. So it was a necessary addition. It's not anything that's going to make Met fans go insane, but it was a move that we needed to make. I still would like to get some more bullpen help and potentially another bat before the deadline's over, which is, I think, in about 5 days. What do you think of our new name? You talking about the Cleveland Guardians? I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I guess that you made it sound like the Indians. It is what it is. It'll take some getting used to. Obviously, I've been calling them the Indians my entire life, but I'm sure within a year or so I'll get used to it. Whatever. It's a name of a baseball team at the end of the day. I say the same thing about football, college sports, whatever. One of my favorite teams of all time is the St. John's Redmen. They renamed to the Red Storm. I got used to it real quick. It's a name of a team. Dave, man, let's go. Mets first place. Come on, Chris. What's up there, David? How about Rodgers and Adams referencing Jordan and Pippen? Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that means, to be completely honest with you, Slurpee. We'll see. A lot of people are speculating that Aaron Rodgers is going to retire. I think it's possible. I didn't think it was possible a long time ago, but I'm starting to think it is. And if he does retire, I still think he's going to come back, but he might sit out this year and kind of force the hand and force the Packers to trade him next year. I could definitely see that. Crazy Dog, man, what's going on, man? Could be a last dance rep for Stevie Mack, man. Mets sent scouts to the Cubs game. I did not hear about that. But I'll tell you what, one move the Mets could definitely make, Stevie, Kimbrel or Chris Bryant or both. If you were able to get both those guys, then the Mets are really making an effort to go all in and try to win a World Series championship. Because you had Chris Bryant, you're talking about a guy that's versatile, could play third base and the outfield, and you're talking about Kimbrel, who this year has seen a resurgence. He's been incredible this year. He'd be great to add to the back end of this bullpen. So interesting that the Mets would go see the Cubs. Obviously, the Cubs are kind of out of it. They're probably going to be sellers. I don't think the Mets are done yet. I definitely think the Mets are not done yet. I still think they're going to go out there. They're going to add a couple of pieces, but we'll see. Jeremy says St. John's announced they are playing University of Kansas. Oh, interesting, Jeremy. Dre says, I'm still having problems not calling Washington. Dre, I'm with you on that. That's going to take me probably. I mean, when I do my videos, I make it a point because I don't try to offend anybody to make sure I say the football team, but in like normal conversation with my friends, and the computer froze again. This should be good again. But in like normal conversation with my friends, it'll slip every now and again. It just takes some getting used to. It's the same thing with the San Diego Chargers. It took a while to get used to the LA Chargers. What's up there, NY Man? Thanks for popping in, man. Do you think we should trade or sign any O-lineman? I've been on board with signing an O-lineman for the longest time. I'd be completely on board with signing an offensive lineman, a depth offensive lineman. There's a number of guys that are still out there. Ryder, to my knowledge, hasn't signed yet. I think he had a visit yesterday. He's been a guy I've talked about. I'd be open to it. I wouldn't trade, though. I don't want to trade any players on this team before the year starts. But I would definitely be open to trying to sign a depth offensive lineman, not necessarily even a starter, but just a guy here with some experience in case Shane Lemieux struggles or Will Hernandez struggles or Nick Gates struggles to be able to step in. So I'm completely for bringing in a veteran lineman. What's up there, Nona Man? What's going on there? NY Man, thanks for popping in. Stefan says, did you have any news on Mike Trout coming to the Mets? That's not happening. And what? Yeah, it does look like WTF, Dre. But I can't wait for the game. Should start in about 5 minutes. It usually starts at 7:10. So I can't wait, man. I've been thinking about the Mets all day, the way they've been playing as of late. What's up there, Word, man? Thanks for popping in, buddy. Good to see you, man. Hope your summer's going well, man. Word's the man. We were just talking about your Dodgers, actually, Word. When is DeGrom coming back? Haven't heard anything about DeGrom. I mean, I'm hoping within a week or two, but haven't heard any update on it. At least I haven't. Maybe somebody in the chat has. I think the Mets are going to be conservative with that. I don't think they're going to rush him back. I don't think they're going to push the issue. So we'll see. But I think they'll be conservative with that. And until we get closer to the postseason. I don't think they're going to rush him back and risk further injury. Going well. Hope your summer's been great. Oh, I mean, great to see you, Word. Yeah, I might do the Mets game tomorrow as well. I haven't decided yet. But I figured I'd pop on. I was going to do it yesterday. I just wasn't feeling well. And then I was like, after the way they played, I'm like, I got to go live, talk some Mets baseball with some people because I'm excited, man. I love this team, and I love the way they're playing lately. Is Anthony Schultz from the Chiefs? I don't know, Landon. Not sure on that. I know. Well, the Chiefs had a couple of offensive linemen that they cut. But if the Giants are going to bring in somebody, I would prefer it to be a guard. I think that's their biggest area of need right now in terms of a veteran presence. I would like them to bring in an interior offensive lineman, whether that be a center or a guard, because Gates could always shift over to the guard spot. They're showing Steven Matz on the screen right now. Matz pitched yesterday against his former team. He did all right, but it was like a typical, and we know this is Mets fans, it was like a typical Steven Matz start. He gave up 2 runs, and I think he went like 5 innings, 4 2/3. That's what Matz always did. Like, he would never give up more than 2 or 3 runs for the most part, but he would never go deep into games. And that's exactly what he did yesterday. Mets offense, they didn't have much, but it was Pete Alonso that, carried the offense yesterday. Yeah, David DeCastro is available. Yep. My trade scenario, Ohtani and, well, that's not happening. They ain't trading Ohtani or Trout. Believe me. Believe me. Red Sox got second and third with 2 out. Oh, that's right. They're playing the Yankees today. I watched that game yesterday. Obviously, I'm not a Yankee fan, but the Mets were off. I watched that a bit of it, not the whole game. I watched a bit of it yesterday. I saw the Yankees came back today, though. They were down, I think they were down 3-1, and they came back. They had a 4-3 lead. Nona says, Chris, I heard Syndergaard should be back for you in September. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I mean, I haven't seen anything recently. But last I checked, that's what I heard as well, September. And I think he's probably going to be a part of the bullpen. I don't think he'll be part of the starting rotation, if I had to guess, at least for the playoffs. Maybe he'll start a couple of games down the stretch, but my guess is he's going to be coming out of the bullpen if the Mets make the playoffs, which would be good. That could be our big, I guess, bullpen addition, right? I'm talking about adding a guy for the bullpen at the deadline. Maybe it's Noah Syndergaard. I don't know. Obviously, he's got great stuff, would be dominant for an inning or two in a big spot in the playoffs. Chris, I heard I already read that. We should sign DeCastro. Yeah, I think I already read that too. Seems like Noah hasn't pitched in years. Well, he didn't really pitch last year. So he hasn't pitched in a while. I mean, he's had injuries. He's had tons of injuries. 2015, he came up, had a great year with the Mets. 16 looks pretty dominant, but he suffered with injuries basically his entire career. And my biggest thing with Syndergaard, after I think it was 16, he started working out. Maybe it was 17. After he had a really good year, and he was throwing like 101 miles an hour. I hear reports in the offseason that Noah Syndergaard was pumping weights. He put on like 15, 20 pounds of muscle. And I was nervous because, pitchers, right? You don't want their muscles to get too tight. And why was he doing it? And I always worried about that. And I always thought that kind of contributed to some of his injury problems. Am I a fan of Vladdy's game? Yes. Vladimir Guerrero, his father, I don't know if you've watched my baseball streams before, but Vladimir Guerrero, his father, is my favorite non-Met of all time. I'm a diehard Met fan, but his father is my favorite non-Met of all time. He was an old-school baseball player, didn't wear the batting gloves. He swung at everything under the sun. He could hit it if it was at his toes or above his head. His son's not the same type of player, but, yeah, he's an exciting player. There's no doubt about it. He's had a huge year this year for the Bluejays. He walks a lot more than Guerrero. Guerrero never walked, but he's a damn good hitter just like his father was. Aaron Boone looks sick to his stomach in the dugout. Why? Did the Yankees blow the game, Nick? I could flip it there real quick. The Mets haven't started yet. Did he blow the game? Let me take a look. Second and third. 2-2 count. Yankees will hold on here. I think the Yankees will hold on and win this game. Chapman in the game here. Yankees will hold on. Can we send Bauer, Jansen, Roberts, and KP to San? Here's Chapman looking in for the sign as the Yankees look to win their first game, I think, this year in Fenway Park. And strike 3. Yankees won. They needed that because the Yankees were falling out of the wild card race. They needed that. I think they were 4.5 out coming in behind the Oakland A's, so that was a big win by the Yankees. I don't know when DeGrom's coming back. Slinky. I don't think there's an exact time frame on it. I'm hoping within a week or two, but I don't know when he's coming back. Stand up. What's going on, Knicks Talk, man? Glad to see you, buddy. Let's go, big. Yeah, that's right, man. What's going on, William O'Sullivan, man? Always talk to you on Twitter, man. Glad to see you, buddy. Taijuan Walker's last time out only went like an inning or a third of an inning. It's when he had that boneheaded play when Rojas got suspended. Here's the first pitch, and there's a fastball taken for a strike right down the middle. 96 on the gun for Walker. Walker this year is 7-3 with a 2.99 ERA. Of course, was the lone representative for the Mets in the All-Star game after DeGrom decided to sit out. Here's the 0-1, and that's driven in the air deep to left field. I thought he got more of it. He's going to hang into the ballpark as Dom trots onto the warning track, and he brings it in. That I don't know if you're watching this game. That looked like a home run. George Springer, who was getting booed by the Mets crowd last night, absolutely ripped that ball. He must have got it slightly off the end of the bat, and the Mets are fortunate there to get it out. The Blue Jays have three former – I remember this is how I know I'm getting old – have three former sons of great players that I watched growing up. Guerrero, Bichette, and Biggio. Biggio he grew up in Long Island. Was one of the greatest baseball players ever from Long Island, which is where I'm from. Here's Guerrero. He'll step in from the right side, and there's a fastball taken for a ball down low, 1-0. V-Man, what's going on, man? Glad to see you. And he says, hey, Chris, where do you rank Rivas among the best cornerbacks? I'll talk about that in 1 second. Here's the 1-0. And the fastball misses downstairs to Guerrero. So he's come with two heaters against Guerrero. Good job there by Guerrero to lay off. Here's what I'll say about Rivas. Rivas didn't have the longevity of a guy like Deion Sanders in terms of, playing at his top level. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And wow, man. They are ripping Walker to start, man. That is a bullet between short and third as Guerrero's on there with a single. But the first two batters have been all over Walker. So not a great start. But what I'll say about that was a hanging, I think it was a slider. But what I'll say about Rivas is, man, when he was at his best that year with Rivas Island with Rex Ryan, I've never seen a more dominant cornerback since I've been watching football. He went up against the best wide receivers that year. He went up against Randy Moss, Andre Johnson. He shut everybody down. It was the best single season I've ever seen a cornerback have. And when he was at his best, I've never seen anybody better. But obviously Deion Sanders is better because he did it for a lot longer. So Simeon's going to be coming up here for the Blue Jays. Runner on first, one out here on the top of the first. And there's the pitch by Walker. Fastball swung on and missed. Marcus Semien on the year is batting .271, 23 homers, 58 RBIs with an .858 OPS. You're a Yankees fan. What's going on, buddy? Congratulations on the win today. You guys needed that. You guys helped us out when you beat the Phillies. And we're going to try to help you out again by beating the Blue Jays tonight. Here's the 0-1 by Walker. And that's chopped on the ground. A third slow roller. Davis fields it, throws on the run. And he gets him. So the runner advances to second. Two down here in the top of the first. Good pitch there by Walker. See if he can get out of the inning. Is baseball... What's going on there, Smoking Nick, man? Glad to see you, buddy. Is baseball the hardest sport? Here's what I'll say. I didn't play hockey. I played baseball. I played basketball. I played football growing up as a kid. I think baseball is the hardest sport. I really do. I'm not saying you have to be the best athlete to play baseball, but in terms of playing baseball at a high level, yeah, I think baseball is the hardest sport. I really do. It takes a lot of repetition. It's not like the type of sport you could sit out for like a month and come back and still be in tip-top shape in terms of, being at your best. So, yeah, I would say baseball is the hardest sport. Bichette's going to step in here from the right side. Here's the pitch from Walker. And first pitch swinging there with the curveball. Fouled off. That'll reach the seats. Bo Bichette on the year batting .289, 16 homers, 61 RBIs. Rivas he should have, Todd Licata. That year he should have won. I don't know who won it that year, Todd. He should have won it that year. But I don't remember who won it that year. So it'll be an 0-1 here to Bichette. Walker from the stretch. And here's the pitch. And that's taken for a ball on the off the outside part of the plate, 1-1. After the NBA draft, straight to football. Yo, yeah. No, I'm doing listen, I'm going to be doing midday Giant streams. Right now, there's not much to talk about. Like, if I go live, it's just going to be the same thing over and over and over again. But once there's stuff to talk about, here's the 1-1, and there's a curveball, and McCann checks Guerrero back to second. Keeps him honest there. It's a ball, 2-1 out of the zone. But once there's stuff to talk about, I'm going to be doing midday live streams for the NFL at least 3 days a week in season. So there'll be a ton of football content. Just right now, there's not much to talk about. You could be no. To me, I'm not saying you got to be the best athlete, Slurpee. Here's the 2-1. And Bichette goes around. I think that was a two-seamer there by Walker. Bichette, wow, look at Bichette's numbers with runners in scoring position this year. He's batting .378, 8 doubles, 3 triples, 3 home runs, 45 RBIs. It'll be a 2-2 from Walker. Runner leads from second. It's Guerrero. Looks in for the sign from McCann. Comes to the set. Here's the pitch. And a fastball chopped on the ground, foul. McCann lost his mitt there. I think Bichette got a piece of it with the backswing. Let's go Yankees. What's going on there, Connell Live? We're going to try to help you guys out tonight. You guys need us to beat the Blue Jays. I know you guys are ahead of them, I think you're ahead of them by a game. But we're going to try to help you out anyway. It'll be a 2-2 from Walker. It's Channel 11, Nick. I just saw your question. It's Channel 11. WPIX, Mets game. Tomorrow's game's on Channel 11 also. I think it's a day game tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. It'll be a 2-2 from Walker. And there's a slider in the dirt, blocked by McCann. Full count. I don't know if my chat's frozen. Maybe it's no, I don't think it's frozen. You don't have, how do you not have Pix 11, Nick? You watch the Nick games, but you don't have Pix 11? Hernandez on deck here for Toronto. Will the Mets win the East? Yes, I think they will. It's a 3-2 from Walker, and that's in the dirt, ball 4. So the Blue Jays will have first and second here, 2 down here in the top of the first. Yes, I think the Mets are going to win the East. I think they're going to be aggressive at the deadline. I only think they're going to improve this team. And I thought it at the beginning of the year. Obviously, as a Mets fan, I'm reluctant to say, yeah, we're definitely going to win because what goes wrong will go wrong with the Mets. But I thought at the beginning of the year, the Mets had the most talented team in the division. I gave the Braves the slight edge, but I think the Mets are the most talented team in the division. The Braves obviously have had an injury to Acuna. They haven't lived up to their expectations all year. The Phillies are up and down. The Mets right now, they're still finding ways to win games, even with all the injuries. And I think they're going to add people at the deadline. I think the Mets will win the division. First and second, 2 down here in the top of the first. We'll see if Walker can get out of the jam. Walker comes to the set. Guerrero leads from second. Here's the pitch. And a fastball swung on a miss by Hernandez. 95 on the gun by Walker. Walker's pitch count's got to be, what is it? Only 15 pitches. I thought it'd be higher than that. What is my opinion on Lindor thus far? What's going on there? Deborah, thanks for popping in. My opinion on Lindor so far, it's unfortunate with Lindor. I'm going to talk about him more in a second. Here's the 0-1. And swung on and missed with the heater, 96. Walker's been working Hernandez up in the zone this at bat. But what was I going to say? I was about to answer a question. Oh, Lindor. I think Lindor was just starting to get the bat going. He was just starting to get the bat going. You started to see more confidence with the swing, and then he got hurt. I think he's gonna. Oh, a nice pitch there by Walker. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 3 high heaters as he gets out of it. Definitely didn't look like he had his best stuff to start the game. The Blue Jays ripped him. George Springer hit a bullet to left field as Dom Smith was able to catch it on the warning track. And then Guerrero lined a single between short and third, but he was able to get out of it. 3 high heaters to get out of the inning. Let's go Mets, baby. Let's go to the bottom of the first, no score. See if the Mets bats could keep it going. Last night, the bats weren't super, but the bats have definitely been starting to heat up in recent weeks. Alien, what's going on, man? What's up, Tana? We root for the Mets here on Mars. What's going on, my man? Glad to see you, buddy. And I'm glad that somebody roots for the Mets. Obviously, New York is dominated by Yankee fans. What's up there, Pedesance, man? Glad to see you, buddy. How you been? Hopefully you're enjoying your summer, buddy. Your Yankees. Well, you won today. You guys won. I know you guys have been struggling, but you won today. Let me ask the Yankee fans in the chat. Obviously, I got Pedesance's response, but I'm curious because I think right now the Yankees are kind of in like limbo. They're kind of in like no man's land here, where you don't know whether or not, because the deadline's in like 5 days. You don't know whether or not you should be buying or selling at the deadline. I'm going to give you my personal opinion, and I'll be the first to say I don't like the Yankees. but it's my honest opinion. I don't think the Yankees should be buyers. I really don't. Because are you going to give up some of your high-end prospects or even mid-level prospects for a shot at a one-game play-in? And there's no guarantees after that? And right now you're like 4 games out of the wild card or whatever you're out. I think the Yankees, I'm not even necessarily saying they should be sellers, but I would not be giving away even decent prospects right now if I was the Yankees. I just don't think it's their year. Yanks, no, I don't think they're going to sell. I don't think they're going to sell. But I think if I were them, I don't think I'd be buyers. Ryu coming in. Ryu's really good. One of the better pitchers in baseball. The Mets will give it a go tonight. David says, our Mets season and future rides almost totally on how Jacob deGrom's right arm is. Well, of course, he's our best player. He's the best player in baseball. Mets lineup tonight: Brandon Nimmo, Pete Alonso, Dominic Smith, J.D. Davis, James McCann, Jonathan Villar, Kevin Pillar, Luis Guillerme, and Taijuan Walker. Here's the first pitch by Ryu, the lefty, and it's a fastball in there for a strike. 89 on the gun. Ryu more of a control pitcher. Nimmo always takes the first strike, especially in the first at bat, so no surprise there. Usually works the count. Ryu 9-5 with a 3.32 ERA. Luis Guillerme, thank you. My phone literally just died, so I can't see what the super sticker is. But Luis Guillerme is the man. Thank you so much, man, for the $5 super sticker. I really appreciate that. I'm going to give you credit, Guillerme, as Nimmo takes a strike 2, 0-2. Your defense has been much better. You had that horrible game, but overall, you're a damn good defender. Love seeing you at second base, buddy. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Nimmo. And there's a slider taken for a ball. Good job there by Brandon to lay off. 1-2. The polar bear is listen, right now, what's up, Raphael, man? Glad to see you. MH, glad to see you, buddy. And Deborah, stand up, new member. Welcome to the squad. Thank you so much. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Nimmo. And there's a slider taken for a ball. 2-2. I said it on Twitter yesterday, guys. Right now, there is not, I would not throw a strike to Pete Alonso. He is absolutely locked in right now for the New York Mets. I would not throw him a pitch near the strike zone. Here's the 2-2 pitch by Ryu to Nimmo. And a good job there by Nimmo to go opposite field. That's going to be a gapper. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Nimmo's going to round to second. And the Mets got a leadoff double here to start the bottom of the first. This guy, and you guys know I love Brandon Nimmo if you tune into my streams. He's my favorite player on the team. I love his attitude. Since this guy has come back in the Mets lineup, this has been a different lineup. This guy is a table setter. He's a smart baseball player, and he does a great job there going the other way against Ryu as the Mets got a runner in scoring position to start the game. Let's go. What's up there in Sarah, man? Thanks for popping in. It depends on the price, DV, for Barrios. It depends on the price. But they already got a pitcher, though. They got Hill, so I don't think they're going to do it. What's going on there, Sentinel, man? Glad to see you, buddy. Let's go Mets, all the way from Italy. Ryu looking in for the sign here against Alonso. Runner on second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Nimmo will lead from second. Here's the pitch by Ryu. And the curveball just on the outside corner. Umpire's got a wide strike zone. That looked like it was a little bit off the plate, but he calls it a strike against Pete. Pete now with 21 homers. He's been in home run derby mode the last 2 or 3 weeks. And there's Dave Gettleman. I always tell him after the stream, Dave. I can't talk. After the stream, Dave. It'll be an 0-1 pitch here to Alonso. And there's a fastball in there for a strike on the inside corner. 0-2. Here in the bottom of the first. I'll let that phone continue to ring, and then I'll read the rest. Read those in 1 second. Phone will stop ringing in a minute. It'll be an 0-2 pitch here to Alonso. And Yank E. Wolf, man. What's going on, buddy? Nice jersey. Is that authentic? Let me just make sure I read that. Is that authentic? It's a replica. Air conditioner installation set for tomorrow. I need it. So that was the answering machine. I'm gonna have to make sure to call him back. I'm gonna need it. I'm dying. And Luis Guillerme, man, thank you so much, man, for the $2 super sticker, man. I really appreciate that, buddy. As a strike was taken there, 1-2 to Alonso. Dom Smith on deck. What's going on, Simon, man? Glad to see you, buddy. It'll be a 1-2 to Alonso. Runner on second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. And there's the fastball taken for a ball inside. 2-2. Good job there by Pete to lay off. Pete, of course, usually falls victim to those high fastballs. He'll chase him out of the zone. But he's done a much better job, I've noticed, as of late, laying off those high fastballs. And he's definitely had better at-bats as of late. Dave, man, what's going on, buddy? I'll be here for a little bit. Go Blue Jays, though I am a Braves fan. What's going on? You should be rooting for the Blue Jays if you're a Braves fan. You guys are playing the Phillies. Here's the 2-2 to Alonso. And a curveball chopped on the ground, wide to third. Foul. Come on, Pete. Send it to Pluto, my man. And they're showing the infield defense here for the Blue Jays. Biggio at third, Bichette at short, Simeon at second, and Guerrero at first. Biggio's dad was a Hall of Fame second baseman. Bichette was a borderline Hall of Famer for the Rockies, and Guerrero was a Hall of Fame right fielder for the Expos and Angels, all three of their fathers. As it'll be a 2-2 here to Alonso. Nimmo leads from second. Come on, Pete. Ryu looks in for the sign. Here's the 2-2. And that's taken for a ball. Good eye there by Pete. 3-2. What do you think about Conforto this year? I mean, obviously the bat's been underwhelming. Obviously, we were all hoping that Conforto's bat would be much better this year. But, you know, he's kind of fought through it. He looks like he's starting to come around. He hit a couple of bombs there the other game. His play yesterday was probably the player of the year or among the plays of the year. Nimmo made a really nice catch on a potential home run about 2 or 3 weeks ago. But a damn good play. Conforto's defense is top-notch. He needs to get consideration for a gold glove. But his bat, yeah, obviously it's been disappointing, but he's been banged up. We all know Conforto if you're a diehard Met fan. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Alonso, and he takes it for a ball. Good job there by Polar Bear, and the Mets got the first 2 runners on, first and second. But we all know, historically speaking, Conforto's the type of hitter, and last year he was just kind of hot for the 2 months that we played, but Conforto's the type of hitter that could go completely cold for half the season, and then he could heat up for the next half. And I'm sure he's going to get hot eventually, and I think he's starting to show signs. Wolves, man, thank you very much, man. He's hurt. Lindor's hurt, Wolves. Thank you so much, man, for the $2 donation. He's banged up. He I think it was an oblique injury when he was swinging. It was a non-contact injury, but yeah, he's hurt. I don't think he's going to be out for like the rest of the year, but they're much like DeGrom, I think they'll be cautious with him as well. Dom Smith is one of the best left-handed hitters against left-handed pitching. I think he's batting like .330 against lefties this year. And there's a curveball taken for a ball, 1-0. He's really excelled against left-handed pitching. So the Mets got first and second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. It'll be a 1-0 pitch to Dom. Yeah, it was an oblique injury. Car coach, man, glad to see you, buddy. Yeah, Lindor's hurt. Dom on the year batting .253. Like I said, though, much better against lefties than righties, it's usually the other way around. Here's the 1-0 pitch by Ryu, and Dom tries to slice it the other way. That'll reach the seats. 1-1. Good cut there. Had a pitch to hit. That was a fastball right down the middle. Just wanted to say hello. What's up, Albin, man? Hopefully you're enjoying your summer, man. Can't wait to start talking Giants with you, man. Glad to see everybody here, though, man. Hopefully everybody's enjoying their summer. Can't wait for to have a lot more content for you guys. I know most of you guys are Giants fans on my channel. Once training camp and preseason heats up. It'll be a 1-1 pitch here to Dom. And again, Dom tries to go the other way with the heater. Fouls it off. 1-2. Met stream popping. What's up, MH, man? Hopefully MH is the man. And see what's going on, man. I remember when every Met fan said trade Dom Smith last year. Dom Smith was insane. He had an unbelievable year for the Mets last year. And he's had a pretty good year this year for the Mets, but he's definitely a very good hitter. It'll be a 1-2 pitch here to Dom. First and second, nobody out. And he chases the high heat out of the zone. Strike 3. That's the first out. Raphael, man, thank you very much. I wish you called the Mets-Reds game. That was the game of the year. 15-11. Went 11 innings. I watched every second of it. I was live tweeting. I think I'm going to call the Met game tomorrow as well. I wanted to call the game yesterday. I just wasn't feeling well. So I did this one instead. I think they're playing a day game tomorrow, so I should be able to call that game as well. So I think I'll do the Met game tomorrow as well. I'm going to try to do these more often, especially since football season's coming up. I try to get some of these in, and I'll definitely be calling some Met games down the stretch as the games mean a lot, especially postseason. I'm calling every game. J.D. Davis will step in here from the right side, first and second, unless I go to the game. I'll definitely go into a couple postseason games. First and second, one out here in the bottom of the first, and here's the pitch by Ryu, and there's a fastball in the outside corner, 0-1. Wolves, man, thank you very much, man. Giants record prediction, and do we beat the Dolphins? I have friends who are Finns fans, and that's the game I'm most hyped for. I think that's going to be a terrific game. I think that's one of our most evenly matched contests. On paper, I'll talk more about that in a second. In terms of the Giants record, I'm between 9 and 10 wins. Conservative, I'm going to go 9 and 8. I want to tell you 17-0. I think I'm going to go 9 and 8. Here's the pitch to Davis, 0-1, and there's a fastball swung and fouled off. That'll reach the seats. But I'm between 9 and 10 with the Giants. But as far as the Giants-Dolphins game, I really think that's a coin flip game. It's in Miami. You got two coaches that are super familiar with each other. They got a really good defense, but I think Tua sucks. I really do. And maybe he'll be much better this year. I don't know, man. Tua didn't impress me last year, and who knows if he'll even be the quarterback by then. But I think our defense could handle Tua pretty well. I think that's a coin flip game, but I think it's a game we could easily win. Nimmo's going to lead from second. Here's the 0-2 to Davis, and there's a fastball swung and fouled off. That'll reach the seats. Rich Hill's Hill's pitching tomorrow. Well, I know. I knew that they had unannounced starter tomorrow, so that would make sense. If Hill's going to pitch. How much are you going to bet? Not that much, Benjamin. I'm going to put a little wager on the Giants, and I'll probably have a video. I'll probably post that on the channel when I make a bet for the Giants. For you guys, I'm going to make a couple of wagers on the Giants, but not too much. I'm just going to have fun with Sim and nothing but Knicks. Here's the 0-2 to Davis, and there's a slider taken for a ball, 1-2. So, yeah, I'm going to be in Atlantic City for the NBA draft because Sim asked me to go. Sim's like the nicest guy I've ever met on YouTube. And, yeah, he's having a draft party. So I said, yeah, I'll definitely come. So should be a lot of fun. It'll be a 1-2 pitch here to J.D. Davis, first and second. One out here in the bottom of the first. Well, it was a trade, Simon, but, yeah, I like the Rich Hill acquisition. Here's the 1-2. J.D. Davis takes a changeup for a strike. Strike three looking. So this is what good pitchers do, right? And Ryo's definitely a good pitcher. He gets into a jam to start the inning, and then he gets the next two batters out. We'll see if the Mets could try to capitalize. But nice pitch there. I think he caught J.D. Davis guessing there. So 2 down here on the bottom of the first. You should do a wait. Angel, I don't like that. I get it that people love the mock drafts. I just can't get into that because I don't even know what the team needs are going to be at the end of the year. I don't know how these players are going to perform. I'll definitely be doing a ton of mock drafts. And I might even do, if the Giants are out of it, which hopefully they're not, and I don't think they will be. But if the Giants are, say, out of it by like week 11 or 12, maybe I'll do a way too early mock draft then. But right now, I just think it's way too early. First and second here, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch to McCann. And McCann, first pitch, swinging. That was a low fastball. He's able to line it. They're going to send Nimmo. This is going to be a close play at the plate. Nimmo tries to slide around him, and he got him. Oh, a really nice throw in left field. They sent him. I don't mind the aggression there. I really don't. Nimmo's got some speed. I get it. It was a shallow ball, though, and it was hit hard. It got there quick. A really nice throw. It took a perfect throw to home plate. And it wasn't even a perfect throw. It was a little offline. Really nice slide attempt by Nimmo. I didn't get this. Here's a good angle. Let's see. He tried to get the hit. That's close. I think they're going to say he was out. He almost was able to get the right hand in there, but I think they're going to say he was out. We're going to go to the top of the second. No score, guys. Good attempt there by Nimmo, though, but I get it. I actually like the aggressiveness there by the Mets on the base pets on that play. What's up there, Steve? Man, thanks for popping in. Do you believe the Yankees can make the playoffs? Yes, I think they could, yes. Do I think they're going to do any damage when they get there? Probably not. You're going to get in as a wild card. Maybe. You never know. I thought the Yankees had a ton of talent coming in, but I don't know, man. It just doesn't seem like the Yankees' year this year. They might get a wild card, though. Bet 50 to 100. That way you don't lose too much if they don't. Oh, yeah. No, Benjamin, I'm not going crazy. I'll bet it, like $50 on the division, something like that. Just to have some fun. I think it'll be cool content for the channel. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna put my money where my mouth is with the Giants this year. I believe in them. I think we got a good shot to win the division. And I'm gonna tell you what, for all the Mets fans in here, I think I'm gonna place a little Mets wager. I was looking at the World Series odds for the Mets to win the championship this year. Currently, the Mets are the 5th favorite. I forgot who's ahead. Obviously, I think the Dodgers are ahead. I can't remember who's ahead of them. But they're the 5th favorite. They're 9-1. Might put a little $20-$50 on the Mets to win the World Series. They're 9-1 right now. Eating grapes and enjoying the entertainment, talking Mets. What's going on there, Sauce God, man? Thanks for popping in the stream. Do I like baseball? No, I'm just calling this for fun. Asia, what's going on? And I can't see the super sticker, but I know the one that she sends. Mwah! What's going on, Asia? Glad to see you. Are you going to Vegas? Yes, I am, Raphael. That's 100% going to happen unless, obviously there's an outbreak or something again. But If all things go according to plan, I plan to go to the draft in Vegas. It's an excuse to go to Vegas. I think it'd be a really cool experience and great content. So here we go. We're going here to the top of the second. Garriello lead off here for the Blue Jays. Walker did a good job getting out of a jam in the first inning. 17 pitches in the first inning. And there's a first pitch swung and missed. 88 on the gun. Garriello coming in 264, 11 homers, 41 RBIs, 715 OPS. Big Mike, what's going on, buddy, man? Hope you're doing well, my man. Here's the 0-1 pitch by Walker. McCann lines up outside, and there's a fastball on the corner. Nice pitch. 0-2. Oh, you're Japanese. Well, glad to see you. Thank you so much for checking out the channel. Here's the 0-2. And there's a fastball hit on the ground to first. Good job there by Pete as Walker covers the bag. 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the second. The Mets defense as a whole, like when you think about some of these players when they first came up, Alonso's, and not to say he's a great defensive first baseman, but he used to be a liability. He's become at least an average defensive first baseman. Conforto's defense has gotten so much better, and the same could be said for J.D. Davis over at third base. So it's nice to see some of these players progress with their gloves throughout their career. But 1 out. What's up there, Michael, man? Thanks for popping in, buddy. Angel says, can we take a moment to be grateful that we don't have Julio or Michael Thomas. James Bradbury with a sigh of relief. Here's the pitch by Walker. And there's a fastball. Wow, the umpire's got a wide strike zone. That one looked like it was off the outside corner, but they called a strike to Biggio. Biggio had a nice single his first time up last night. And there's a curveball, misses outside, 1-1. Any news on? I have not heard anything, Stefan. Let's go, Nick. What's going on, buddy? Here's the 1-1 curveball. Take it for a ball in the dirt. Any new trade rumors? Are we still going after Barrios, Bryan, and Donaldson? I haven't heard anything. Anything new at least. Somebody in the chat said actually at the beginning of the stream. Here's the 2-1. And the fastball misses upstairs, 3-1. Somebody said earlier in the chat that the Mets were actually at the Chicago Cubs game as scouts today. So take that for what you will. That could be for a number of players. Here's the 3-1. And there's a fastball, jammed him inside. There's a high pop-up. Guillermo's going to camp under it. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the second. Good pitching. 25 pitches so far for Taijuan Walker. But yeah, they were at the Cubs game today, supposedly, the Mets scouts. Me personally, the guy that I want their closer. That's who I want. I think we need more. We could at least use more help in the bullpen. So if they were going to bring in somebody, I think I'd prefer Kimbrel. McGuire coming up here, the catcher for the Blue Jays. He's batting .269 in limited duty, 1 homer, 6 RBIs. Peterson out for this. Yeah, I saw that. They put him on the 60-day IL today. So 2 outs here in the top of the second, and there's a fastball. Got him to go around. 94. Walker's been working that high fastball early on. Are the Mets playing today, Bavith? I'm not sure, Bavith. I'll get back to you when I'm done calling the checkers match. As it's only our first time out of the game. I remember last game I called live, there was like 30 timeouts. So here's the 0-1 as McGuire steps back in, and the fastball way high that time. Wasn't going to chase that one. That one was over his head, 1-1. Damn it, Peterson was just starting to find his... Peterson's been hurt, man. Here's the 1-1. And he jams him inside with the heater. Again, another high fastball. That one will reach the seats, 95. Mets with the infield shift on. Peterson, I was never super in love with Peterson. I thought last year it was a little fluky. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And there's a curveball in the dirt. Good job there by McCann to block it. I'm not saying he can't be pretty good, but I personally think the guy that pitched yesterday, he's got good stuff. I'm impressed with him. Asia, thank you so much. Stand up, sexy Dana. Sir to the 6 said hi. Oh, what's going on, Sir Cardinal? He says, 1 second. There's a fastball taken for ball 3-2. That's right. He's a Blue Jays fan. He's streaming the game also. I had to be somewhere today. That's why I'm not working tonight. Be there tomorrow. All right, Asia. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, Sir Cardinal's the man. Go over there, check him out if you haven't. I forgot. Yeah, he's a Blue Jays fan. He actually grew up in New York. I think he grew up a Mets fan, but now he lives in Canada, so he roots for the Blue Jays. So 3-2 here, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Peterson has a fractured pinky toe. Yeah. Diaz is struggling big time. Here's the payoff pitch. And a fastball line the other way, foul. Yeah, Diaz pitched really well last night, but yeah, overall, he just doesn't look like the same pitcher. Hopefully he works his way out of the funk, but I don't know, his last 5 times out there before last night, he couldn't throw his fastball for a strike. Here's the 3-2, and a fastball misses upstairs. So a 2-out walk here in the top of the second. Blue Jays with a base runner. Dana, how do you feel about the Mets bringing back the I love it. I can't wait, Dana. I can't wait for that. That's going to be July 30th. And actually, Piazza was on the telecast last night talking about it. I love those jerseys. I'm so glad. I never understood why they got rid of them. I think it's one of the best jerseys in baseball. I love the black jerseys. So the pitcher, Ryu's going to come up. He, of course, isn't used to hitting in the American League. So this could be funny. Here's the first pitch by Walker. And a fastball. First pitch swinging. Goes the other way, but it's going to hang up there for Pilar. Gave it a decent ride there, though. But Mets will get out of the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And let's get back to the chat. Walker's pitching pretty well tonight. He's throwing 96, 97 in that ballpark, mid-90s. He's going back to work. Oh, he's going back to work soon. Okay, Asia. Yeah, Wilson, I would never like them as like their main jersey. But like you said, I like it as an alternate jersey. I like all the Mets jerseys. I do. I like the grays. I like the script. When you see the New York script, obviously I like the white pinstripe. I like all the Mets jerseys. I think the Mets have one of the nicer jerseys in baseball. Tana, do you watch the Olympics? I was trying to get into the Olympics. I was. And I don't know if it's on more than one channel. I had on NBC Sports, and all they were showing, and it's fine when the U.S. is playing, but I don't care when Mongolia is playing Afghanistan in women's soccer, and all they were showing was women's soccer for like 10 hours straight. And I don't know if it's on another channel, and I just couldn't do it. I watched rowing for a bit. Rowing was on. I watched that. I'm sure the better events will come up, though, like basketball and track and field and beach volleyball. But, yeah, I watch it here and there. I love the colors orange and blue. Yeah, they do, Wilson. Diaz will be fine. He's better than Kratman this year. Diaz is all right. He's all right. He's just been, the last like 5 or 6 times out, he's definitely been shaky, to say the least. Oh, it's on different channels? Yeah, I saw it on NBC Sports. So I guess I gotta search around. Frank gets another chance at Team. Oh, that's right, Team French, the Frenchman. Oui. Frank Ntilikina. He's going to be back with the Knicks for another year. I think he's still under contract for 1 more year. And then he'll go back to France. USA basketball tomorrow at 8 a.m. All right, I'll definitely check that out. I mean, they're going to destroy him, but I'll definitely check that out. And they're showing the Jose Batista bat flip. The most infamous bat flip probably ever. And that was the year, actually, the Mets went to the World Series. And I was actually rooting for the Blue Jays to win. But the Royals, unfortunately, beat them. And then they beat the Mets in the World Series. But Pete had a pretty nice bat flip last night. I'm sure that's what they're talking about. What did you guys think, the Mets fans in the chat, the diehards that watch the Met games, what did you guys think of the new home run horse? When you saw Alonso with the home run, he was like riding that horse in the dugout. What did you guys think of the new home run horse? And I think they asked on social media, what would you name the horse? There it is. They're showing it actually right now. They got the home run horse. He's got a t-shirt on. He's got the COVID mask. He's got shades on. Go, yeah, what's going on there? Yo, Elvis, man, thanks for popping in, buddy. Glad to see you, man, yo, Elvis. Hopefully you're enjoying your summer, man. And congratulations on the Yankee win today. So here, it's just Greg's been busy, Benjamin. Greg's just been super busy. He got married and everything. That's what about the movie channel. And here's the first pitch by Ryu, and VR squares the bunt. He takes it back. 0-1. I'd be surprised here if VR bunts. Maybe he's just trying to get the third baseman to creep up a little bit. Home run horse I love the home run horse, man. The horse, Mr. Nay. That's pretty good, independent outsider, man. And here's the 0-1 pitch. VR takes a fastball for a ball. 1-1. What's going on, independent, man? Glad to see you, buddy. Yeah, yo, Elvis. Yeah, I'm probably going to do the Met game again tomorrow as well. But yeah, a lot of Giants content coming up probably in about a week. I'll probably do like 1 live stream a week. And in season, I'm going to do like 3 live streams a week. Here's the 1-1 to VR. And VR with a slow chopper to short. Fielded cleanly. Bichette throws to first. Nice sidearm throw. Guerrero gloves it. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the second. You and Dad should do a baseball stream together when the yeah, next time the Mets play the Yankees, definitely. I think that's like the first week of the NFL season, but definitely one of those games for sure. Independent man, thank you very much. Thoughts on Rich Hill? To me, I love the Rich Hill acquisition. The Mets didn't give up anything. I think they gave up their 4th-round pick last year. He's a moderate prospect. Independent. The back end of our rotation is horrible. So I liked it. I think it was a good pickup. He's not anything spectacular. And there's a changeup taken for a strike 0-1. He's got like a 3.7 ERA, but he's been struggling since they, the new rule with the stick him on the fingers. He's pitched like a 4.5 ERA since then, but even so, he's definitely a big improvement over what we had. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Pilar, and there's a fastball taken high for a ball, 1-1. Pilar seems to always get, and maybe I'll be wrong. If the Mets make the playoffs this year, I don't know. I just got this feeling about Pilar. He seems like he's got that knack for the big moment. Here's the 1-1 as Pilar swings through it was hard to tell what type of pitch it was from the angle that I had, but it was an off-speed pitch. 1-2. He just seems to have that knack for the big moment, I feel. And here's the 1-2 pitch. And there's a changeup taken for ball 2-2. And Guillermo says, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Gil Soto, my man. Gil, man, I hope you're enjoying your summer, buddy, man. Can't wait for Giants football, man. Let's go, Mets. I'll be calling the game tomorrow as well, man. Glad to see you, Gil, man. I hope you're doing well. Here's the 2-2 from Ryu. And Pilar, I thought that was a base hit. It was foul down the first baseline. Pilar had a healthy cut there, though. The one good thing so far with Ryu is the pitch count's getting up there. It's about to be his 31st pitch. I think he threw over 20 in the first inning. So at a bare minimum, you would think if the Mets could keep this up, they could get him out of the game relatively early. It'll be a 2-2 pitch here to Pilar. Ryu looks in for the sign. And Pilar's going to call a timeout. Second time out of the game. What's up, Jameson, man? Glad to see you, buddy. Pilar's nose has been fantastic catching balls this year. He almost ran into the wall. Here's the 2-2. And Pilar, good cut there. That's fouled off. He almost ran into the wall I want to say 4 or 5 games ago. And I thought the same thing. I'm like, oh, my God, this guy's going to bust his face open again. Thankfully, nothing happened. Almora, remember what he collided into the wall at the beginning of the year as well in center field. But obviously, Pilar got hit with that fastball right in the face. Here's the 2-2 by Ryu. And here's the windup and the pitch. And Pilar lines it down the third baseline, gloved cleanly, throws the first. Oh, Pilar just beat it out. Great hustle there by Pilar. Biggio made a great attempt. What a throw by Biggio. They might check this. This was close. And they're on the phone right now. We'll see. But a good job there by Pilar to hustle it out. What a throw by Biggio. What a cannon, man. I think he's out. I got to see another replay. He's safe. He's safe. I think he's safe. It's so close. It's bang, bang. I think he's safe. I don't think they're going to challenge it. So Pilar on first here, 1 out here in the bottom of the second. I have not watched Trevor May's blogs. Your Braves are winning? I don't really care who wins that game tonight because you're playing each other, the Phillies and the Braves. Guillermo's batting 300, 1 homer, 4 RBIs. Last night, Guillermo, when he came up, here's the first pitch and the fastball taken for a strike. Last night when he came up, you saw the adjustment that the Blue Jays made. He lined a single to left field and then he hit it in the same exact spot. But the Blue Jays played the outfield so close. They were playing so shallow they were able to catch it the second time around. Here's the 0-1. Guillermo lines it to first, fielded there by Guerrero, throws to second, back to first, and it's a double play. 3-6-3 on the double play. And the Blue Jays are out of the inning. So we'll go to the top of the third. No score. What's up, Yvonne? Man, thanks for popping in. Bang, bang play. No way you can overturn that. No, yeah, it was too close, Josh. I want the Braves to win because the Phillies are more of a threat. Yeah, I think you're probably right, Wilson. I guess, that's a good call. Plus, we'd be 5 games up on both of them if the Braves win tonight. And we win, of course. Do you like Japan? I've never been, but yeah, there's no reason for me not to like Japan. They make everything that's in America. You know, they probably make this shirt, they make this hat, they make this computer, they make this microphone, they make the Samsung television I'm watching right now, they make the cable box, they make the lights that are on my face. So without Japan, I'd have nothing in my house right now. So or China and Japan, but absolutely. Why is Canada allowed in American sports? Just wondering. Why wouldn't they be? Why wouldn't they be? What's up there, Harry, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, my man. And Malik says, no, that's China. Oh, that's China. Well, Japan makes stuff too. Why is there talk about the Nationals buying, but the Reds selling? Nationals shouldn't be buying. The Nationals are like 6 games under. Let's see. I like it. I would name Alonzo Horse Houdini because the ball disappears when it's gone. I like it, Deborah. That's a good one. I like it, Deborah. Freeman's streak of 35 plate appearances without a swing and miss or a strikeout just got end. Wow. That's insane. Is that true? Freddie Freeman had 35 plate appearances without a swing and miss? That's insane. Tana, should we target Colin Sexton? Yes. For the price that I've heard, yes. I'm not giving up RJ Barrett, but for a decent price, yes. He's a young player. He averaged 24 points a game last year. We need a spark in the backcourt. Yeah, I'd definitely be open to Colin Sexton. And here's Walker. Walker now with 34 pitches. They're talking to McGill now. This guy's like my new favorite player in the Mets, man. He's been so good. A diamond in the rough, man. He's really saved his pitching staff. 6 innings last night, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. I was pissed when they took him out of the game. Only had 78 pitches. I keep hearing Nationals buy talk. There's no way the Nationals should be buying right now. There's no way. Yeah, he's been ridiculous, Deborah. McGill reminds me of a young DeGrom. I hope so. I mean, DeGrom's ridiculous, but DeGrom kind of came out of nowhere too. Be nice, wouldn't it? So Walker coming here for the Mets here, top of the 3rd. And it'll be Springer, top of the order. And the curveball just misses downstairs. Springer's 0 for 1. He hit a bomb his first time up, just stayed in the ballpark. He's batting .223, 7 homers, 14 RBIs. Been an underwhelming year for the center fielder who the Mets almost signed. And there's a changeup. Springer tries to check the swing. They'll check the first, and they'll say he held it. 2-0. But, yeah, he's been super disappointing. The Mets dodged some bullets this offseason with some of the players who the fans wanted to sign. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Springer. And that's taken for a ball. So Walker's struggling here to find the strike zone with the top of the order here. You got Guerrero on deck, so better be careful here, Walker. Show McGill's stat line. He's got a 2.10 ERA in his 7 starts so far in the big leagues. And this time Springer rips the fastball, and this time the ballpark's not going to hold it. Fastball right down the middle. He swung 3-0, and he took it about 365 feet down the left field line. So the Blue Jays take a 1-0 lead. He was sitting dead red as the Met fan throws the ball back in. He was sitting dead red, 380 feet by Springer. But they gave him the green light there on 3-0, and he took it deep. What's up there, Max, man? Thanks for popping in, buddy. And Harry, man, what's up, buddy? Hey, Chris, do you think the Mets have enough to make the playoffs? If not, what do you need without sacrificing the minor league system? Need a strong system. Here's what I'll say to that. And let me just change the scoreboard real quick. 1-0 Blue Jays as Guerrero's going to come up. The best hitter in baseball this year. First ball swinging down to third base. J.D. Davis gloves it. He'll throw over to first. 1 and down. But as far as this question, Harry, I do think they have enough if they could get healthy without making an acquisition, probably to sneak into the playoffs just because the division's been so underwhelming this year. But in terms of advancing in the playoffs, I don't think they have enough. Like to win a World Series, I think they need to make a couple of adds at the deadline to put themselves in the conversation. Whether that be buffing up the bullpen, adding another bat, I think they need something else. And here's the first pitch by Walker. That's taken for a ball off the plate. But yeah, I think they could probably still squeeze in if they didn't make a major acquisition at the deadline. But to win in the in the playoffs, they probably need a couple of pieces. It'll be a 1-0 here to Simeon. 1 out, nobody on first, and there's a fastball swung on and hit in the air to center field. Nimmo will camp under it. 2 down. Here here in the top of the third. Blue Jays lead 1-0. You knew that was coming after the crowd booed? Yeah, Josh, because of the Astros scandal. At least that's why I assumed they were booing him. Wouldn't mind seeing Luka and Kawhi play together. I was actually talking about that a couple of weeks ago. If I was Kawhi, that's where I'd want to go. Bo Bichette's going to step in here from the right side. He's batting .289, 16 homers, 61 RBIs on the year. Damn good player. The NL East was supposed to be one of the best. I know, Wilson. I thought it was going to be the best division. It's the worst. And there's a fastball taken for a strike, 0-1. Going into the year, I figured the Nationals would be at least a 500 team. I figured the Phillies would be at least a 500 team. I thought the Braves would be at least a 90-win team, and I thought the Mets would be at least a 90-win team. So the National League East this year has definitely not lived up to what I thought it would be. Here's the 0-1 by Walker, and the fastball misses upstairs, 1-1. I saw that, Yvonne, about Bradley Beal. From what I read, here's the 1-1. And there's a curveball swung on it, fouled off down the third baseline, foul. I did see those reports you're talking about with Bradley Beal. From what I read, it's not that he's going to force a trade. It's that he may force a trade. It's not like definitive. But yes, I did read reports that it's possible that he's contemplating potentially forcing a trade before the draft. Here's the 1-2 to Bichette. And he jams him with the fastball. Nice play by Guillermo. Oh, my God, he almost got him. What a play that would have been. As Bichette beats it out. Guillermo made a sliding attempt. I can't believe he even got the ball over there close to in time. Let's see the replay here. This guy is nifty, man. Walker was unable to scoop it, but Bichette would have been safe anyway. But let me read that super chat real quick before I forget. Alien Man, thank you very much. What do you think of the Cleveland Guard? Yeah, the rebrand. Somebody asked me that earlier. I think it's going to take some time for me to get used to it, but it is what it is, man. I'm not, I say it all the time. It's just the name of a sports team. If people are offended by it and people, think that it's not, a proper name, it's understandable. I'm completely for it, right? It still sounds kind of like the Indians. It'll probably take a little getting used to, but I'm sure within a year or so it'll click. Hernandez coming up here for the Blue Jays. 2 outs, runner on first here in the top of the third. Toronto leads 1-0. Yeah, it was a funny play, Nona. It was an athletic play, though, for him to even be able to attempt that throw. Guillermo, he said he's a pretty good fielder. I like watching him play defensively. 2 outs, runner on first as Walker will check the runner back to first. It could have been that, but I think it's because he chose the Jays over. You think? Yeah, that's what they were saying last night. It was one way or the other. I thought it was the Astros, but that very well may have been the reasoning. Obviously, he grew up around here. A lot of Mets fans thought he was going to be here this year. It worked out, though, so I'm glad we didn't get him. Would have been hilarious if they changed their name to the Cleveland. Oh, that would have been funny, Max. That would have been funny. All right, so 2 outs, runner on first here, top of the third. Walker looks in for the sign. Bichette with a pretty good lead there. He almost picked him off. That was close. Good pickoff move there by Walker as Bichette just slides back in. I think Bichette was going. He caught Bichette leaning there. Bichette was going. So we'll see if Bichette tests him again. Walker almost got him. So 2 outs, runner on first here in the top of the third. Walker to the belt. Bichette will not go this time. Fastball just misses upstairs, 1-0. Yeah, he's been injured all season like a lot of... Yeah. How much better do you think we would be if we were healthy? At least 4 or 5 games better. I mean, the one thing I'll say about this Mets team, man, they fight. They fought all year. They've had a ton of injuries. You name a guy in this lineup, he's probably been hurt at some point. But at least 5 or 6 games better. Walker will check the runner back to first again, keeping Bichette honest, which is important. You can't allow him to get in the scoring position here with 2 outs. I might call for a pitch out here. Like, if you think he's definitely going to go, I might call for a pitch out here. I know it's 1-0. We'll see what happens. Here's the 1-0. Walker to the set. Here's the pitch. Fastball, and Hernandez won around, chased the high heat. 1-1. They've been chasing that high fastball. Walker now at 47 pitches. Nick, probably in like 2 weeks. I'm going to do one of those. Same thing. I'm kind of waiting until there's something to talk about with you guys, but probably like 2 weeks. Here's the 1-1 pitch by Walker. And the fastball misses outside, 2-1. But I'm going to try to do those like twice a week in season when there's stuff to talk about, or twice a month rather, or twice maybe every 5 or 6 weeks in season, the member streams. And another thing I wanted to tell you guys, I'm going to mention it with my sponsor. I was actually talking to him today. I'm pretty sure we're going to do it. 1 second, I'll mention it. Not just with members, with everybody on the channel. Here's the 2-1 pitch by Walker. And that's drilled in the air to left field. It was a hanging curveball. 3-0 Blue Jays. Takes them deep to left field. Hernandez hits a bomb. And the Mets are off to a bad start here. I tell you what, man, Walker has not looked good since the All-Star break. As the Blue Jays lead 3-0. A 409-foot home run. Duran, man, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it, man. Stand up, new member. Let me change the scoreboard real quick. Still early. Mets bats have been good lately, but not good. 3-0 Toronto. But yeah, I think I'm going to do like a weekly. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but during my midday streams, I'm going to do like it's not going to be anything major. Some kind of giveaway, though, weekly during the football season, with whether it be pick'ems, whatever. And I'm going to do it during the midday streams. I'm going to add that this year. I'm going to do like 2 or 3 of those during the week, maybe like Monday, Wednesday, Friday type thing. And we're going to do weekly giveaways for the season. Maybe it'll be, like I said, weekly picks against the spread. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. But I'm going to do that every week. So 2 outs here in the top of the third. Toronto leads 3-0. Here's the pitch, and the fastball misses outside. 2-1. I think the Blue Jays stole our horse. That's what it's looking like. They put our horse to bed. Still early, though. Here's the 2-1. And there's a fastball drilled on the ground to short. Fielded cleanly by VR. He'll flip over to first, and the Mets will get out of it. But not before Toronto plates 3. 3-0 Toronto as we go to the bottom of the third. Yeah, Alonso's making it look like the home run derby every game, Duran. See you all later, everybody. I'm going to go fast charge the phone. All right, Jameson, be good, my man. Thoughts on Mike Conley? Should we target him? I mean, for a veteran point guard, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't mind adding a guy like that. He's not going to be a guy that's going to win us a championship, but he could be a decent stopgap point guard. And what's going on, Jedi? Aaron Rodgers is a part owner of the Bucks, so he has his second ring finally. That's true. Technically, he did get a ring for that. I can't believe Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to retire. I don't think it's going to be forever, but I think he's going to sit out this year. I can't believe it, but I actually think that's going to happen. And that's insane, especially being that he won the MVP last year and he was this close to going to the Super Bowl. But him and the Packers do not seem to be on equal footing. I think he's going to sit out this year. Do you think Walker's struggles have anything to do with the sticky stuff crackdown? No, because he was pitching pretty good once that guy. Maybe it has something to do with the All-Star game, pitching at the All-Star game. I don't know, but he's not looked good since the break. What about Brett Favre's retirement? Brett Favre, yeah, what about it? What's up there, Jorah Robinson? Man, thanks for popping in, buddy. We're going to the bottom of the third. Mets trail 3-0. I think we got, I don't even know, maybe 8-9-1. So I think it's the bottom of the order this inning. Sup, Dana? Sorry for don't ever apologize for being late, Buck. So, man, what's going on, buddy? You were watching Black Widow. How was it? I've heard mixed reviews about Black Widow. I definitely want to check it out, but I've heard mixed reviews about it. So, bottom of the third, Toronto leads 3-0. As it'll be the bottom of the order here for the Mets. I think Walker's actually leading off. So it'll be 9-1-2 against Ryu. Oh, I can't wait to go to FanFest. Oh, yeah, I agree. He's gonna sit out a year like Favre did and then force a trade. I think that's clearly what's gonna happen. I don't think he's gonna retire forever. Walker will be leading off here for the Mets, batting .036 on the year. Now, if you're Walker here, you suck anyway in terms of swinging the bat. Take 2 strikes against Ryu. Try to get the pitch count up a little bit. It'll be the 35th pitch of the game here for Ryu. as the fastball just misses outside, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch here to Walker. Ryu comes to the set. And here's the windup and the pitch. And a fastball at the knees. Strike. 1-1. What's up, bro? Met, I like Hill. I think Hill was a really good pickup, Pete, man. I hope you're doing well, my man. Met's starting to play better. Not so much right now tonight, but I like the Rich Hill pickup. I think it was a really good pickup. Hope you're doing well, Pete. Here's the 1-1 as Walker swings through the heater. 1-2. What is FanFest? It's the Giants, the New York Giants. They're I'm going August 11th. It's free of charge, but it's already sold out. I'll talk about it in 1 second. Here's the 1-2 pitch by Ryu. And Walker takes it for a strike. You knew he wasn't going to do much. So 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the third. But as far as FanFest goes, it's free admission. It's like training camp, but the Giants don't have training camp open to the public this year. So that's kind of what they're doing. It's at the stadium. It's at MetLife Stadium. And sorry about that, guys. That happens every now and again, and I don't know why. Oh, sorry about that, guys. There's a curveball for Nimmo. That happens every now and again. Sorry about that. I'll talk about FanFest in 1 second. As Nimmo takes a curveball for a ball, 1-0, and then I'll get to that super chat. Just I'll talk about it in between innings. That way I have a little bit more time to talk about it. But Nimmo's 1 for 1 with a double. He's batting .305, 2 home runs. Here's the pitch by Ryu, and the fastball just misses outside. 2-0. Good job there by Nimmo to lay off. Josh, man, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. He says, sorry about that. It keeps doing it. I can't wait till I get the newer computer back, but it should. Hopefully, this doesn't keep doing this. But if it does, I'll just keep popping back in. It might, if I leave, I'm leaving for 15 seconds, and I'll be right back. Josh, I'll read that in 1 second. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Nimmo, and Nimmo lines it the other way, hits it to the same spot as last time. Oh my God! George Springer with the play of the year. You've got to be kidding me. An all-out dive on the warning track. How the hell did he catch that? That would have been a double. What a play by George Springer in center field. Oh, my God. Nimmo hit it to the same spot he did last time. Springer got an unbelievable jump on it as he hauled it in. But Josh, man, let me read that real quick. What is Walker doing? Couldn't touch a fastball, so instead he decides to hang his eye. I'm with you on that, man. The high fastball's been working tonight. That slider, he hung it right down the middle. That's a good call by you. It was a bad pitch. What a play, man. That's going to be the play of the night in baseball, in sports. 2 outs, and the first pitch curveball to Alonso, take it for a strike. What a play, man. Yeah, it's going to be top 10 for sure. Pete batting .262, 21 homers, 56 RBIs with an .851 OPS. He's been hot as of late, but 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. And I'll talk about FanFest in between innings. Here's the 0-1. And a fastball, take it for a ball inside, 1-1. The Toronto Bluejays are winning 3-0. Scoreboard's right underneath me. Bro, who's winning this game? Tell me right now. Right now. I'm not giving you a second. Tell me instantly. Or I will destroy. I will send you hate mail. Here's the 1-1 pitch as Alonso swings through the inside fastball, 1-2. The Yankees were down 3-0 and 1. We could do this too. It's the third inning, guys. Calm down. It's the third inning. We got a long ways to go, man. So 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the third. Pete steps in from the left side. And here's the windup and the pitch by Ryu. And the fastball just misses outside, 2-2. But yeah, as far as the the Fan Fest goes, it's like I said, it's kind of a replacement for training camp. I think it's from like 6 to 10, and you get to meet the players, autographs. It's like a practice, but you get a more hands-on experience. You get to meet some old Giants players. There's fireworks. Here's the 2-2, and Pete fouls it off down the first baseline. So it'll be cool, man. It's an event at the stadium. I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually going to have a live show. I think it's going to be on Talk of Giants' channel. Bobby and Justin asked me to do it before it, and I think in the parking lot at like 3 o'clock. We're going to have a tailgate. We're going to promote that a lot more in like a week. They're going to have a video on their channel, but we're going to have a tailgate. We're going to have beers, hot dogs, hamburgers, all that. License plate guy's going to be there as well. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Alonso. Here's the pitch from Ryu. And a curveball swung on a miss. That'll do it. We'll go to the top of the fourth. 3-0 Toronto. Let me update the scoreboard real quick. Top of the fourth. Max, I think it's sold out, man. I mean, but I think it's sold out, Max. Tony says, I hope I can get to the Fan Fest. I live 2 hours away in Connecticut. Yeah, hopefully you get there, man. But Max, I'm sure on the secondary market, maybe somebody's selling. It was free, but maybe somebody's selling it for like $15, $20. I don't know. But I don't think you can get them from the Giants anymore. Nick, I think, I don't want to guarantee it because they're running it. I think he said they're going to get like 200 hamburgers. Like they're going to get a lot of food. So I don't want to guarantee it, but I think they're going to have a good amount of food. Do you have season tickets to I do not. I do not have season tickets to the Giants. I try to go to at least a game a year. I might go to 2 games this year. I haven't decided yet on whether or not I'm going to go to the Eli Manning game yet against the Atlanta Falcons when they retire his jersey, but I'm definitely going to the Eagles game. Yeah, that's what he told me, Nona. I don't know if that's going to be the exact number, but when I was talking to Bobby on the phone, that's what he told me. Cowboys 12-5, Eagles 9-8, Giants 6-11. Dakota, what are you smoking? What are you smoking? 6-11. You got to be a Cowboys fan. With that 12-5 nonsense, you got to be a Cowboys fan. And Sports Zipper says, awesome, I may be underage, but Chris can slip me a beer for There you go. There you go, Slurpee, man. What happened to the Nick Gates video? It never happened, Brian. It never. I forgot who. Somebody told me something happened. It just didn't work out. Check last comment. All right, Buck. So let me take a look. Tana, do you want Pete here for the rest of his career? Personally, I do not. I do. I love Pete. I think he's a great leader. I think he's a great guy in the clubhouse. Yeah, I do. He's definitely got his faults, like you said. He's not super consistent. He's a power hitter. But yeah, I love Pete. I think Pete's a good leader of this baseball team. I think the team feeds off his energy. I'm not going to say lifetime because you don't know what's going to happen down the road. Like since I've been watching the Mets, the only lifetime Met since I've been watching the team that played for like a really long time was David Wright. I think that's it. There's a fastball on the outside corner by Walker, 0-1. DeGrom, obviously, but not nearly as long as Wright played. Here's the 0-1 by Walker. And there's another fastball in there for a strike, 0-2. But no, I like Pete a lot. And here's the 0-2. And a slider looped in the air. I think that was Biggio, and that's going to drop in for a leadoff single. He pops it right in front of Nimmo. So a runner on first here in the top of the fourth. I don't even know, Nick. Yeah, it's usually in August, right? So I'm sure I'll go on there for maybe an hour or something like that. I usually pop on there, so I'm sure I'll pop on there at some point if I can. And I don't know if I'll be doing something, but if I can, I will. Yeah. So Biggio on there with a single here in the top of the fourth. McGuire coming up. He's batting .269. 1 home run, 6 RBIs. He walked his first time up. Only Giants fans would tailgate at practice. Yeah, man. It's going to be fun, man. Going to get there at like 3, I think Bobby said. Here's the first pitch. And there's a slow roller to second. And VR missed him with the tag. They're going to say he went out of the baseline. Right? They're going to give the Mets a double play. As Biggio, I guess, by avoiding the tag, they said went out of the baseline. So 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the fourth. The manager for the Bluejays, Montoyo, coming out. He's going to argue this. We'll see what happens. Chris, read my other comment, Dakota says. Okay. What'd you say? I can't read after that. Just type it again. Seats are first come, first serve, so you know damn well it's gonna be packed at the gates. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, whatever. It is what it is. It's just gonna be cool to be at the stadium. It's general admission, I know that. So 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Ryu at the plate. Ryu actually had a pretty good at bat his first time up the pitcher for the Blue Jays. He had a hard hit ball to right field that Conforto was able to hole in. As the first pitch is taken for a ball upstairs. Here's the 1-0. And Ryu swung on and loops it to center. Nemo's there. He'll glove it. As the Mets will get out of it, we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Blue Jays lead 3-0. All right, so Walker got out of the inning. Hopefully Walker can give us at least 6 and doesn't give up another run. Give us a quality start at least, and maybe the bats could come to life. The Giants need a stadium chant. Yeah, they need a stand-up chant, Nick DeWick. Do you watch any hockey? Not really, Max. I'm not a big hockey guy. A little bit. You know, I watch the Islanders in the playoffs, the Rangers in the playoffs if they make it, but not really. I'm not a big hockey guy. I love going to hockey games. I haven't been to a hockey game in a long time, but I love going to hockey games. Kenny Jones is bad, but you got Kenny and Joe, which are great. That's why 6-11. Nah, we're going to be better than 6-11. We're going to be better than 6-11. Giants are going to win at least 8 games this year. Bug says, Tate, I'm a Mets fan, Knicks and Giants fan, but the Mets were my first love. My first love was the Knicks. When I was a kid growing up, and I love all 3 of them pretty much equally, but when I was a kid growing up, the Knicks were definitely my first love. Because, I mean, those early 90s Knicks teams, I mean, that was like the best. I love those early 90s Knicks teams. And as a kid, I just fell in love with that when I was like 7, 8 years old. And then, yeah, the Mets and the Giants were kind of at the same time, probably when I was like 11 or 12. I started to really get into them. But my first love was the Knicks. Jake, man, what's going on? He says, at Oakland Sports, should we have signed the Steelers guard in free agency, improve the offensive line? I'm not too sure about cap room, though. We only got about $2.5 million of cap space. Obviously, you could always do things, but I don't think we're going to sign DeCastro at this point. I wouldn't be opposed to signing somebody, and I forgot who it was. Somebody just signed an offensive lineman, and word came out that the Giants actually had a waiver claim before they got him on the player. So it leads you to believe that the Giants are interested in bringing another offensive lineman. Ryu, man, what's going on, buddy? Man, he says, oh, man, hope you come back. Yeah, early, man. It's still early. We're only in the bottom of the 4th, so we still got a ways to go, but the bats got to come to life. Steelers signed. Yeah, I knew that the Steelers signed Trey Turner. I saw that a couple of days ago. It was a good pickup. It was a good pickup by them. Steelers made a couple of signings. They signed an edge rusher also, didn't they? Yeah, the Jays' offense is really good, and they got their best pitcher going tonight. They're showing Tom Seaver. Old clip of Tom Seaver here when he threw out the first pitch. Rest in peace. The greatest Met of all time. Old Shea Stadium, bringing back good memories. Oh, they signed Melvin Ingram. That was right. That was it. Why is there only 3 preseason games? Because there's an extra regular season game. There's 17 regular season games, so they cut the preseason game by 1. That's the reason. So we're going here to the bottom of the 4th. It's been a pretty quick-moving game. We're about an hour and 10 minutes in. Yeah, last night was a really quick game. It was about 2.5, 2:40. But pretty quick. Usually when I do these, the games are like 4.5 hours. I always pick the longest games. But here we go to the bottom of the 4th. Ryu from the set. Here's the first pitch to Dom, and Dom first pitch swinging at the curveball, gives it a ride, but Springer got a good jump on it. Brings it in, 1 up, 1 down. Dom made good contact. Springer's a really good center fielder. He made that look easy. What's up there, Tristan, man? Thanks for popping in, buddy. Yeah, Sentinel, we need him. We couldn't score last night either. The only guy that did anything was Pete. I will say the offense was playing much better before the last 2 games, but last night they couldn't really hit. Tonight same thing. We'll see if we get to the Jays bullpen. If we can get Ryu out of the game. He's now about to throw his 50th pitch here in the 4th. So maybe we could get him out after 6 if we could work some at-bats. Here's the first pitch to Davis. And Davis takes the fastball for a strike, 0-1. JD struck out his first time up. JD's been great this year. Obviously missed a lot of time due to injury. Batting .350, 4 homers, 11 RBIs with a 1.051 OPS. I think Davis struck out looking at a changeup on a 2-2 pitch his first at-bat. Here's the 0-1 to Davis. And Davis gets jammed, but I think that one's going to drop in for a single. So there you go, J.D. Davis, a one-out base runner here for the Mets. Hit a good, healthy cut there. He got jammed a little bit, but he got lucky. So the Mets will have a runner on first here in the bottom of the 4th. All right. Let's get something cooking. It'll be 5, 6, 7 coming up here for the Mets. 1 out, 1 on. And here's Ryu's opponent's batting average. Wow, look at that. A lot of times it's the reverse. Batters the first time through the order against him this year about 265. Second time 224. Third time 216. So Ryu actually gets progressively better as he sees the batters more often. So it'll be a runner on first here in the bottom of the 4th. Toronto leads 3-0. It'll be McCann at the plate here for the Mets. McCann's been coming around a little bit as well. Started off really cold for the Mets early on in the season, but he definitely looks a lot more comfortable up there at the plate. Ryu from the stretch. Here's the first pitch and a fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. I agree with Sentinel. I agree with you. The offense was showing like a good 2-week spurt there, but overall the offense has been super underwhelming. McCann had a single his first time up. He's batting .251, 8 homers, 32 RBIs. OPS just under 700. And here's the 0-1, and he swings through the heater, 0-2. Aquarius says, question, will 3 preseason games hurt the evaluation of searching for the best players? I think 3 games isn't enough. I don't think it's that big of a deal. As long as they don't cut training camp, which I don't think they have at all, I don't think it's that big of a deal. A lot of the times the starters, barely even play in the preseason. I don't think it's that big of a deal. It'll be an 0-2 pitch here to McCann. And McCann goes the other way, and he lines a single. There you go. Mets got first and second, 1 down. McCann takes a turn at second. He'll come back. Davis rather takes a turn at second. He'll come back. So the Mets got first and second here in the bottom of the 4th with 1 out. Can we play to run? Good hitting there by McCann. Taking a hot take, but I think McCann is the more important acquisition than Lindor because Ramos was so. That's not that hot of a take, man. McCann's been really good behind the plate for the Mets. Long term, it's obviously Lindor, but McCann's been good for the Mets, I think. He's definitely been a welcome addition defensively for sure. VR coming up here for the Mets. He's batting .226, 10 homers, 20 RBIs, 0 for 1 with a ground out. He had a big home run a couple of games ago. I think it was against Cincinnati. Ryu from the stretch. Davis will lead from second. Here's the pitch. And take it for a ball. Change up down low, 1-0. Tie the game up, VR. That's right, man. Are you going to do another vid with Bangle? I might, Tristan. I'm not sure. I might. I don't ever, I would. It'll be a 1-0 here to VR. The runners lead. Ryu from the stretch. Here's the pitch to VR, and that's taken for a ball. 2-0. All right. Work the count, man. Pilar on deck. Pilar to hit his first time up. What's up there, Steeler Nation, man? Thanks for popping in. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Hopefully you're enjoying your summer. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And fastball at the knees. Take it for a strike. 2-1. Default Skin says, please, VR, us Yankee fans need you to beat the Jays again. Let's go. VR's got more power from the right side. It'll be a 2-1. 58th pitch of the game for Ryu. 1 out, first and second. Ryu from the stretch. He's got the sky blue unis on. As VR steps out of the box. Somewhere around KP. I'm not sure the exact date yet, but yeah, figure very early August. Here's the 2-1. And VR grounds it to third. He bobbled it, throws to second. He gets 1 over to first. He still got the double play. Wow. How did that happen? VR's got speed. He might have not hustled out of the box. It was pretty hard hit, but Biggio bobbled it over at third base, and they were still able to get 2. Surprised. As the Blue Jays are able to get out of the inning. So we go to the top of the 5th. Oh, man. Good pitcher by Ryu. Audio is very bad. I'm sorry if it is, Doormat. Hopefully my new computer is good in about a couple of days, so I'm sorry if it is. Sentinel says, I get so frustrating watching this. Yeah, Sentinel, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. You hear fine? Okay, you hear fine? All right. Commercial break. 5 hits, nothing to show for. Come on, yeah. We got to get bigger hits, man. We got to get. Hopefully, we can take advantage of their bullpen, Josh. But Ryder's he's a nifty pitcher. He's the type of guy he's able to get out of jams, and that's what he's done tonight. I think. Oh, your internet was bugging. Okay. Do you like the 49ers' chances this year? Okay, I was gonna do a video on this. I still might. I haven't decided yet. And my answer to you is the 49ers are my sleeper this year to go to the Super Bowl. But what's up there, Brendan? Man, thanks for popping in, man. Glad to see you, buddy. I was gonna do a video on my 5. I don't know if breakout's the right term. My 5 most improved quarterbacks this year. Last year I did it, and I hit on the top 2. I had Josh Allen as 1. I had Baker Mayfield as 2. My 5 quarterbacks that I think are going to be a lot better this year than last year. Carson Wentz. I love the situation Carson Wentz is in, going back to his old offensive coordinator in Indianapolis. They've got good weapons. They've got a good offensive line. Matt Stafford. Love it, right? He gets a great play caller in McVay. They've got a lot of talent over there with the Rams. Pretty self-explanatory. Daniel Jones, and I'm not a homer. I think Daniel Jones got as much help as any quarterback in the NFL this offseason. He gets a healthy Saquon Barkley back. I think he's going to take a big jump. Jimmy Garoppolo. That's why I brought it up, because I think Garoppolo is going to have a bounce back year. I think a lot of people are looking at Trey Lance. I think it's going to be an Alex Smith situation. I think Garoppolo comes back with a great play caller. They've got great weapons over there. I think Garoppolo has a nice bounce back season with the 49ers. And my 5th quarterback, I was kind of going back and forth. I'm going to go with Burrow. And there's the pitch by Walker. Swung on a miss with the fastball. Springer swung through it. I'm going to go with Burrow. They added a Jamar Chase. I worry about the offensive line, but I'll go with Burrow. Here's the 0-1. Fastball misses outside, 1-1. Good eye there by Springer. And here's the 1-1 pitch. And that's lined back up the middle for a single. Walker again with the off-speed pitch, man. Good healthy cut there. I think it was Simeon. No, it was Springer, rather. Springer's had some good at-bats against the Mets tonight. I think Mets fans pissed him off yesterday. Well, that's the thing. That's what I worry about for Burrow, the offensive line. But 1 on, nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Guerrero's coming up. He's 1 for 2 with a single, 326, 32 homers, 79 RBIs with almost an 1,100 OPS. This guy's an animal. And now the Mets training staff is going to go to the mound. They're going to check Walker out. Of course. Come on, man. Don't do this. Rojas talking to Walker here. Hopefully he's all right. .62 pitches in here in the top of the 5th. Walker is telling them he's fine, but of course a pitcher's going to say that. It looked like he kind of grimaced when the ball got hit back up the middle. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but they're checking him out. And it looks like they're going to leave Walker in the game. So runner on first here, nobody out here in the top of the 5th. No, it looks like he's all right. Or at least for now, it looks like he's all right. Rojas checked him out. So runner on first, nobody out here in the top of the fifth. Guerrero at the plate. McCann lines up inside. Here's the pitch, and Guerrero chases a fastball inside. He lines it down the third baseline. Foul. 0-1. No, we can't, Slurpee. That's why I was getting pissed. Mets cannot afford to lose another starting pitcher in this rotation, especially Walker. Right now, he's our best pitcher with DeGrom out. It'll be an 0-1 here by Walker. Runner on first, nobody out. Walker to the set. And he'll check the runner back to first. Springer dives in. Buxer says, Tana, David Peterson's out for the season. Yeah, I saw that. No, I saw that. They put him on the 60-day. I'm honestly, whatever with that. David Peterson sucked this year anyway. And I think we have 5 starters. I'm not worried about that. Obviously, I hope he's healthy and he's okay, but I don't think that really affects the team too much. It'll be an 0-1 pitch here to Guerrero. To the belt. 64th pitch of the contest. And again, he'll check the runner back to first, keeping Springer honest. Springer, of course, has speed over at first. Always a threat to swipe a bag. Jacob, what's up, man? It'll be an 0-1 here to Vlad. Vlad, of course, contending for a potential triple crown this year. He's batting .326 with 32 home runs. And a nice pitch there by Walker, an off-speed pitch. Kind of froze Guerrero there, 0-2. So they're showing Guerrero's stats. He's batting .325, second in the American League, 32 home runs, second in the American League, 79 RBIs, tied for first in the American League, and almost an 1,100 OPS, first in the American League. Incredible. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Guerrero. And a fastball drilled to left center. That's going to go all the way off the wall. And the Blue Jays are going to have second and third here in the top of the fifth. They are crushing Walker. That was like a batting practice pitch. I mean, what was it, 1-2? It might have even been 0-2. I forget. You give him a fastball right down the middle. You're talking about the best hitter in baseball. You can't do that. Walker's just not pitching well tonight. 0-2, that ball's got to be out of the zone. You have to throw like a slider out of the zone, try to get him to chase a fastball up above the numbers. And they're going to go back to the mound. Again, they're going to talk to Walker. Second and third, nobody out here in the top of the fifth. Yeah, not looking great here, Rafael. Not looking great. And now they got Castro warming up. I think the Mets are trying to, I guess, stall a little bit to give Castro a couple of extra throws because more than likely, the way things are looking, he might be coming in. Nate, what's going on, man? Baseball streams are always slow, Nate. I enjoy doing them, though, but you never get a lot of people in the baseball streams. But, Nate, man, I hope you're doing well, man. Glad to see you, buddy. Second and third, nobody out here in the top of the fifth. And here's the pitch to Simeon. He lines a hard ground ball down the third baseline, foul. This entire game, man, I have not seen – I think I could count on one hand how many swing and misses I've seen this entire game thrown by Walker. He just doesn't have his stuff tonight. It'll be an 0-1. And there's a fastball in the dirt. It's going to get by McCann, but it bounces back quickly, so Springer's unable to take advantage of it. Akers, Mets seem like feast or famine. I mean, Brandon, I had a feeling this was going to be a tough game tonight. Rye was a really good pitcher, and the way Walker pitched last time out, I mean, he didn't look good, obviously, and he's continuing not to look good. Here's the 1-1, and a fastball misses downstairs, 2-1. As long as you take 2 out of 3, the Blue Jays are a pretty good team. I'm happy with that. But obviously, we got to win tomorrow. Simeon at the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a flyout. Who are you voting for? For what? Here's the 2-1 pitch. And swung on and missed. Nice pitch there by Walker. 2-2. What are we talking about? Who am I voting for what? What's up, Midwest? As Walker will step off the mound. Here's the 2-2. And drilled in the air down the left field line, but it's going to hook foul. Simeon gave that a ride, though. Who am I going to vote for baseball? I mean, I think maybe what you mean is who do I think is going to win the World Series? I'm picking the Mets. I'm a Met fan. I'm a homer, man. I'll be the first to say it. If we get healthy and DeGrom's healthy, I'm going with my Mets. Walker from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And the fastball rides tight. Good eye there by Simeon. 3-2. Full count. Should be a payoff pitch here by Walker. Runner leads from third. Here's the pitch. And a high fastball swung on and fouled off. That'll reach the seats. Yeah, I'm picking the Mets, Nate. It's my team, man. You get DeGrom healthy. Add another bat at the deadline. Get Syndergaard back. Yeah, I'm picking the Mets. So it'll be a 3-2. Walker from the stretch. And there's a foul ball. We'll do it again. Chris, I'm hoping Noah Syndergaard comes back along with DeGrom and Braun. We're going to need it, man. Mets, I was looking at the odds today. I said it earlier. Mets are the 5th favorite right now. Here's the 3-2. And a two-seamer swung on and fouled up down the third base line. The Mets right now are the 5th favorite to win the World Series. I don't remember the other teams off the top of my head. I know the Dodgers were ahead of us. We are 9-1. The favorite is 3.5-1. I think the Dodgers were the favorite. Second and third, nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Walker from the stretch. And a fastball swung on and fouled off. One of that bat here by Simeon, man. Like I said, there's been like no swings and misses here. Oh, I can't wait for football, Nate. I'm dying for it. But I'm excited for Mets baseball down the stretch as well. Here's the payoff pitch by Walker. Runners lead. There's the pitch to Simeon. And, oh my God. An absolute moonshot down the left field line. This is going to be a long game. 6-0 Blue Jays. Taijuan Walker sucks tonight. Another pitch right down the middle. And this is going to be a long night. The Blue Jays bats, you were worried about this last night. They got a really good lineup. And if you cannot hit your location, they're going to take advantage of you. The Blue Jays take a 6-0 lead here in the top of the 5th. And the Mets are going to need magic to get back into this game. This could be an early stream. Not that I'm thinking about doing it now, but if this gets to be like 12-0 in the 8th, I'll relax and eat some ice cream. You should grab a Stella. We'll be here a while, Chris KP says. Take him out. Well, he's going to take him out. He'll probably throw one more batter. They're going to take him out now. Walker's coming out now. So 6-0 Toronto here in the top of the 5th. Nobody out. Let's hope the Mets make a comeback. Let's hope. And Castro coming into the game here for the Mets. Slurp, I'm seriously trying to get out of class for that. Oh, okay. That's not game yet, PA, but it's certainly not looking good. That's for sure. The Mets better get the bats going real fast, though. I'll say that. And Sentinel, I agree. I mean, I'd say about a 3% chance, but you never know. Chris, Kumar needs to get into the rotation. Well, he ain't going to pitch this year. We just drafted him. He may make the team maybe late next year, but he's going to obviously start in the farms. minor leagues. He'll probably maybe he'll start in like high A ball, but I'm excited to see him. I mean, most people thought that he was going to be the first pick in the draft, and the Mets ended up getting him at number 10. He's got really good stuff out of Vanderbilt, so I was happy when the Mets got him, but he won't be a Met for a little bit. I think he'll be up relatively quickly, though, because he's 21. He pitched, I think, 4 years in college, so it's not like a high school kid. So I'm hoping he's up maybe by the second half of next year. That's what I'm hoping, if not 2023. Anyway, though, I might die if we don't get some football back soon. Well, I mean, it's going to happen. We got our first preseason game August 13th. No, August 14th, I think, against the Jets. Training camp, it starts on the 28th, I think, is the first practice, July 28th. And the Fan Fest is August 11th. I'm going to be at that. David says, I hate to think it's going to continue like this. He was so good this year, but lost several starts. Walker had been like fool's gold, too good to be true. Yeah, David, I mean, hopefully that's not the case, but yeah, I'm definitely starting to – you had to worry about this, which is why you knew that the bats are going to have to start to wake up, because the pitching was unsustainable. Like, there was no way Walker was going to throw to a 2-3 ERA all year, and really the same could be said for Stroman, right? And even DeGrom with his sub-1 ERA. So you know that the bats are going to have to start to wake up. What's up, Jameson? Castro coming in here for the Mets. He's got a 3.72 ERA on the year. You're going to be watching 5 games a week. What's up, J-Dog? Showing Walker there in the dugout. Castro pitching to Bichette. First ball, fastball, swinging. Fielded there cleanly by Guillermo. He flips to Alonso. 1 up, 1 down. Here in the top of the 5th. Yeah, pitching was unsustainable with the bats. Yeah, exactly. They have to wake up. They're going to have to – I think they're going to have to add a bat at the deadline. You need to see Daniel Jones, Kenny Golladay action. Let me ask everybody in the chat. How many touchdowns? Here's the pitch and a slider in there for a strike. How many touchdowns is Daniel Jones going to throw this year? Let's just assume he plays 17 games. How many touchdowns? Hernandez coming up. He's 1 for 2 with a 2-run jack. Here's the 0-1 and a slider in there for a strike. 0-2. Marshall says 14. Victor says 3. Brownie's got 30. 31 from the sports influencer. I like it. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Hernandez and a slider. Take it for a ball. 1-2. 25 from Nona. BD's got 37. Nate's got 674. So Nate's got Daniel Jones breaking Peyton Manning's touchdown record by about, I don't know, I think he threw 55. So you got him beating it by 619 touchdowns. That's not bad. I think that's fairly accurate. As Castro throws a slider, that's taken low for a ball. 2-2. How many picks? Hopefully less than 12. It'll be a 2-2 here from Castro. To the set. Here's the pitch. And a fastball swung on and fouled off. Marshall says 98. I'm going to go, call me, I guess, uber confident. I'm going with 31. I think Jones is going to have a good year. I'm going to go 31 touchdowns from Daniel Jones this year. It'll be a 2-2 from Castro. And the slider misses downstairs. 3-2. I'm going to go 31 touchdowns from Jones, and I'll go 14 picks. 31 touchdowns, 14 picks. It'll be a 3-2. 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 5th. Damage already done. Here's the pitch by Castro, and that just misses downstairs. So he'll walk his second batter, runner on first. Chris, there's no way we should have traded Daniel Murphy. We didn't trade him. We just didn't sign him. But, yeah, it was a bad mistake. Neil Walker never replaced Daniel Murphy. I don't have my headphones, Nate. I'm actually getting new headphones probably tomorrow. But my headphones broke. So, I need to get them tomorrow because I'm going to be on somebody's channel. So, next time, for sure. 1 out, 1 on here in the top of the 5th. And the fastball, he jammed it, but he's going to get a cheap single out of this. And he's going to try for third. And he's going to get there. So runners on the corners here for the Blue Jays here in the top of the 5th. What a horrible game to stream. What an atrocious game to stream tonight. What's up, Jamar Chase? I love baseball. I love streaming the baseball games. But when games get like this, there's no time limit. It's not like basketball when you know it's going to be a 2-hour game. It's not like football when you know it's going to be 3 hours. There's no time limit. And when it's like 9-0, it's excruciating. First and 30 are in the top of the 5th, 1 out. What's up, Dylan? Man, thanks for popping in. Castro from the stretch. Biggio will step in from the left side, 1 for 2 with a single. All right, and Seaman Man, be good. And here's a pitch, and a changeup swung on and missed. Wow, this game is it's not looking good, Josh. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna see if Castro can get out of this inning. And maybe we start to get the bats going a little bit in the next inning. We'll see. Here's the 0-1. And that misses outside for a ball, 1-1. Oh, the 2006 Mets, probably my second favorite Mets team of all time. Second or third. Here's the 1-1. And that misses inside, 2-1. My 3 favorite Mets teams in no specific order are 99, 2006, and 2015. It's close. All 3 of them. 2000 was great too, obviously, but 99, 2006, 2015. Those are my 3 favorite Mets teams. It'll be a 2-1 pitch here to Biggio. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Castro from the stretch. And a fastball swung on, hit the 30, throws to second for 1, over to first, and he just beat it out. So that's going to... Oh, Hernandez didn't go. Oh, wow. So J.D. Davis was able to hold Hernandez enough. I thought he was going to go. He did not go. So they do not get a run out of it. So first and third, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. I'm surprised he didn't go because the infield wasn't in. Wow. What's up, Master Man? Thanks for popping in. Yeah, Nate, next, down the stretch, I was talking to them actually today. Down the stretch, we're going to stream Met games over there probably during football season. Not every game, obviously, but here and there. And, like important games down the stretch. We're going to be streaming some Met games over there. So first and third, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Day's going well, Master Man. Glad to see you, buddy. And here's the first pitch. And that misses outside by Castro. 1-0. McGuire's 0 for 1 with a walk. He's batting .267. 1 homer, 6 RBIs. Hi, Chris. Hope you're well, pal. Looking forward. I can't wait to do the Giant streams, Cal. I'm just waiting until, we got stuff to talk about. But that's coming soon. Here's the 1-0. And the fastball misses downstairs. 2-0. Once training camp starts, I'll do a daily. I'll do a once a week midday stream. And the Talk of Giants show will be back. And then in season, it's going to be like daily. Like, not daily, but I want to do... You guys seem to love the midday streams. Here's the 2-0. And that swung on a missed by McGuire. 2-1. As long as there's stuff to talk about, which there always is in season, I'll probably do like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday midday schedule to talk around. Obviously, mainly Giants, but around the league as well. It'll be a 2-1. And there's a fastball taken at the knees for a strike. 2-2. Jamar, I'm going to be actually in Atlantic City with Sim from Nothing But Knicks for the NBA draft. So I don't think it'll be on my channel, but I'll be on his channel. He's having a draft party in Atlantic City. So Nothing But Knicks. So it'll be a 2-2. And there's a slider swung on and fouled off down the first baseline. Foul. Do you know where Jock Peterson and Pablo... Oh, Jameis is talking to somebody in the chat. Bears trade Miller to the Texans. Interesting. And there's the 2-2. That's lined on the ground. Fielded cleanly there by Guillermo. Nice play. Throws over to first, and the Mets get out of the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth. Mets trail 6-0. Oh, I'm with you, Nate. I'm completely with you in terms of the draft. The NBA draft, I mean, unless you're picking early, which the Knicks are not this year, we'll see what they decide to do. I mean, they got the 19th and 21st pick, so maybe they'll pair those picks up and move up. There's been rumors about that. Or maybe they'll trade it for a player, which people have been talking about as well. But unless you have like a top 4 pick, 5 pick, 6 pick in the NBA draft, I watch it, and I want to know the Knicks draft, but I'm not like amped up. When you have like a top 3, 4 pick, you're getting a potential franchise changing player. So yeah, I'm with you on that. The NFL draft is much better. Yeah, Mets are getting destroyed, Seb. But you never know. You never know. It's still, 6 runs. What do we got? 5 innings to overcome it. It could be done. It's been done before. I'm not predicting it. Got to get the bats going. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Still waiting on these commercials. It is hot down here, man. The Lone Ranger is on right now. Is that something you enjoy? I've never seen The Lone Ranger, Jameson. That's something you enjoy watching? What have I watched? What have I watched lately? I watched Loki. That's like my favorite show of all. Well, not of all time, but it's a really good show. I can't wait till Hard Knocks comes on so I can make fun of the Dallas Cowboys. I got to get a new show going. Chris, that 2006 Mets team had Paul LaDuca. Yeah, I like LaDuca. He was good in the 2-hole. Yeah, I love Loki. I thought Loki was really good. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th. Toronto leads 6-0. There's a kid they're showing at the game. He's eating an ice cream cone. First off, it's chocolate. That's his first mistake. He got all the ice cream all over his shirt. He's dripping ice cream all over his shirt. At least give the kid a napkin, for God's sakes. And now they got a kid eating cotton candy. I'm not a big cotton candy guy. Never was. And he's missing like half his teeth. That explains it. As we're going to the bottom of the 5th. I haven't seen The Witcher, Dylan. 6-0 Toronto. Nate says this might earn an unsub. Curveball taken there by Pilar. First strike, 0-1. Pilar 1 for 1 with a single, 227, 9 homers, 26 RBIs. And here's the 0-1. Fastball swung on and fouled off. Tana taking his... No, I'm just messing around, Steven. Corndog says, Tana, have you watched Manifest? I have not, but I heard it's a really good show. I've not watched it yet. It's like the number 1 trending, or was the number 1 trending show on Netflix for a while. But maybe that'll be the next one I check out. It'll be an 0-2 here to Pilar here in the bottom of the 5th. It'll be the 61st pitch here by Ryu. And Pilar steps out of the box. Tana, have I ever given you a bad recommendation? It's a banger. All right, I'll have to check it out, man. Nate, I saw the first episode. Here's the 0-2, and I'm going to watch the rest of it. The first episode was really good, I thought. I watched that a couple of weeks ago. I was kind of like in the middle of like 2 other shows. But yeah, the first episode was good of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So yeah, maybe that'll be the next one that I finish. I saw WandaVision. That was pretty good. It'll be an 0-2 pitch here to Pilar. Here's Ryu. And the fastball taken high for a ball to 1-2. The first episode was awesome. It was like a legitimate action scene out of a Marvel movie. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Pilar. And Hill swung on and fouled off down the third baseline. Yeah, I saw Tomorrow War. Was that the one with Chris Pratt? I'm gonna be honest, not a fan. The action was great. The action scenes were terrific, but the plot was atrocious. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Pilar, and there's a curveball taken for a ball. 2-2. And Jamar, man, thank you very much. He says, sorry about the score. Hopefully this cheers you up. No, don't ever apologize, Jamar, man. Hey, it is what it is. It's baseball. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much, buddy. It'll be a 2-2 pitch here from Ryu. We got to get him next game. That's all. You take 2 out of 3. Here's the pitch by Ryu. And that's lined in the air, just foul down the third baseline. 2-2. Currently going from Pennsylvania back to New York. Can't wait to watch the Eagles and Steelers. Yeah, that'll be a good game. It'll be a 2-2 for Ryu. Ryu looks in for the sign. Here's the pitch. And Pilar swung on and popped up. Guerrero's there. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Chris, I'm getting nostalgic. Xavier Nady was traded away in 2006. That dude hit. Yeah, well, the only reason he got traded is because we needed I think Dwayne Sanchez got hurt, if I'm not mistaken. And we had to add Roberto Hernandez out of an arm out of the bullpen. We brought in Roberto Hernandez. And I think that was actually the trade we got Oliver Perez. But that's why we got rid of Nady. And then obviously Andy Chavez got a more expanded role. Here's Guillerme. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch from Ryu. And a curveball in there first, right? 0-1. Can you read my last comment? Have you finished All-American? I just got done watching season 3. I have not. I did not finish All-American. No. I think I saw the first 2 seasons. I think it's pronounced Ryu. Is it Ryu? Ryu? I've been saying Ryu. Ryu? There's a ground ball up the middle. A seeing eye single there for Guillerme. 1 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. So the Mets got a base runner. Maybe they could hit a 6-run homer. Taking the top 3 NFL coaches. Here are mine. Mike Tomlin, Pete Carroll, Bill Belichick. I would have Andy Reid in there. But, I mean, obviously you named some great coaches. But I'd have Andy Reid in there. Tomlin might be 3. Yeah, why not? I'll go Tomlin, Reid, and Belichick. Tomlin, Reid, and Belichick. Belichick obviously won. Who are the 3 teams? All right, here's the trivia question. Who are the 3 teams who have never had a Cy Young Award winner? All right, I'm going to guess the Blue Jays are one of them because they're playing the Blue Jays. That's just a guess. The Mets have obviously had 4. The Mets have had R.A. Dickey. They've had Jacob deGrom a couple of times. They had Dwight Gooden and they had Tom Seaver, who I think won it 3 times. 1 out, 1 on as Drury steps up for the Mets. He'll take a slider off the outside corner for a ball. Drury on the air batting 182, 2 homers, 6 RBIs. Runner on first, 1 out. I'm trying to think. I'll go with the Blue Jays. I'm trying to think of teams that haven't had good pitchers. Here's the 1-0. And a fastball in there for a strike, 1-1. The Braves obviously have had Cy Youngs. Have the Marlins had a Cy Young? I don't think the Marlins have had a Cy Young. Marlins have had some good pitchers. I don't think Josh Beckett ever won a Cy Young. I think the Marlins are one of them. I think the Marlins are one of them. Here's the 1-1. And a fastball swung on and fouled off. And I'll go with the Rockies. Right? I mean, the Rockies, they play at Coors Field. I don't think the Rockies have had a Cy Young. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I'm going to go with the Blue Jays, the Rockies, and the Marlins. But no, have the Diamondbacks had it? Oh, yeah, they had Schilling and Johnson. So one of them might have won. Here's the 1-2. And there's a fastball taken low for a ball, 2-2. I'll go with the Rockies, the Marlins, and the Blue Jays. The Mariners had Randy Johnson, so he definitely won a Cy Young. It'll be a 2-2 from Ryu. Runner on first, 1 out. The Reds isn't a bad guess. Yeah, Here's the 2-2. And that swung on and hit the other way. Springer give it. I can't stay. Oh, he dropped it. George Springer dropped the pop-up. It hit the heel of his glove. Drury's into second. And the Mets got second and third with one out. He overran that. Springer got a good jump on it, but he overran it. It hit the heel of his mitt and it popped out. Wow. All right. We caught a little bit of a break. We'll see if the Mets can cash in. Rockies, Rangers. Well, the Rangers had, I don't know if he won with the Rangers, but Nolan Ryan. I don't know if you looked that up, AB, but that's not a bad guess. But they had Nolan Ryan. Nimmo's going to step up. He's 1 for 2 with a double. Nimmo on the air batting .302, 2 homers, 14 RBIs. Mets got something cooking here in the bottom of the 5th. Curveball hit the other way, and Nimmo's going to play the run. There you go, Nimmo. Nimmo with a 1-out single, opposite field, and the Mets cut the lead from 6-1. So runners on the corners here in the bottom of the 5th, starting to chip away. All right. Let's go. Chip away. We got a game, maybe, possibly. Brandon Nimmo, and we got Big Pete Polar Bear coming up here. Good hitting there by Nimmo. They scored, Max says. Now we got to bring out the horse. We need Alonso to hit a bomb. First and third, one out here in the bottom of the 5th. I just heard about it, Brian, but I guess it's a good pickup for them, for Houston. They're going to suck no matter what, but it's a good pickup for them. Oh, you looked it up? It's the Rangers, Marlins, and Rockies? So I got 2 of them, and the only reason I guessed the Blue Jays is because, I'm stupid. I shouldn't have guessed the Blue Jays. The only reason I guessed them is because they're playing the Mets, but Roy Halladay. Come on, Chris. Roy Halladay won like 3 Cy Youngs with the Blue Jays. So, okay, so the Rangers, I got 2 of them. I got the Marlins and the Rockies. Runner on first here, runner on the corners. Alonso first pitch swinging. The Mets are going to play another run as he lines a single to left field. So first and second, one out here in the bottom of the 5th. All right, chipping away, 6-2. I didn't even need the rally cap. Yet. So one out first and second as the Mets have played 2 runs here in the bottom of the 5th. Good piece of hitting there by Pete. Got it a little bit off the end of the bat. Was able to muscle it into left field for a single. Slurpee says, chips anyone? Let's go, baby. Mets got the heart of the order coming up. 3, 4, 5, first and second now. Come on, baby. Tom Smith at the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. Smith steps in. Batting .252, 11 home runs on the year. First pitch swinging. He's been trying to go the opposite field against Ryu all night. As he swings at that fastball in the outside corner, he lines it down the third baseline foul. Took the same approach as last time up. But a nice piece of hitting there by Alonso. Yeah, what about Roger Clemens? Great pitcher. Oh, the Blue Jays. Yes, Roger Clemens. Good call. And they had another guy who won it too. And a base hit there by Dom Smith, opposite field. The Mets are going to play another run. First and second, one down here in the bottom of the 5th. 6-3. All right. The Mets have cut the lead in half. Dom Smith with a good hit in there, man. He hit it right between the hole. Mets down 3. It looks like the Blue Jays are going to be going to the bullpen as they chase Ryu out of the game in the 5th inning. They got Trevor Richards warming up in the pen. Maybe not. Maybe they're just making a fielding change. No, call to the bullpen. Blue Jays are going to be going to the pen here. All right, let's get the bats going. Let's get the bats going. Rangers, Marlins, and Rockies have never had a Cy Young winner, and the Mets, Diamondbacks, and Rays have never had. And I knew about the Mets have never had an MVP. The Mets have been close. The Mets, Ryu, whatever it is, he's out of the game. AV. The Mets have been close to winning an MVP. Piazza came in like 4th or 5th one year. Beltran in 2006, I still think should have won the MVP. Beltran in 2006 was incredible, and then he kind of fell apart the last like 2 weeks of the season because he was a little bit banged up, and the Mets had already clinched the division. He should have won it, I thought, but he didn't. Ventura, rather, was relatively close in 99. He drove in like 120 runs and played great defense at third base. But yeah, they've never had an MVP. Mets have never had an MVP. They might get one this year if DeGrom can get back healthy. Yeah, exactly. AB just said it. DeGrom might have won it this year if he didn't get hurt. He would have won it this year if he didn't get hurt. He would have won it this year. Ryu later. That's right. We want to do a little Mets trivia. Is that what we want to do? Let me think of some Mets trivia for you guys. I always ask the same questions every time because that's what I know. Who holds the Mets record for the most hits in a single season? Most hits in a single season by a New York Met. Who holds it? I don't think it's been broken. It is not Jose Reyes. He did have a 200-hit season, though, I think, Reyes. Unless Reyes broke it, but I don't think he did. You guys could stat check me on this. I do not think it's Jose Reyes. He won the batting title, but I do not think it's Jose Reyes. It is not Alfonso. It is not David Wright. Trevor Richards coming in for the Toronto Blue Jays. 1996, I believe, is the year that he did it. 1996. It's not Piazza. It's not Alfonso. No, it's not Cleon Jones. All right, I'm just going to give it to you guys. Center fielder, Delgado. We're coming up with some good names here. No, Lance Johnson. Nate had to look that up. Nate is a Yankee fan. There is no way he knew that. You definitely looked that up. That was a Google by Nate. I'm not giving you credit for that. But yes, Lance Johnson holds the record for the most hits in a season by a New York Met. So here we go. First and second, one out here in the bottom of the fifth. J.D. Davis coming up for the Mets here from the right side. Richards from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And the fastball misses upstairs, 1-0. I'll try to come up with another one for you guys. But Nate, the Yankee fan, got it. It's quick on the Google. Richards from the stretch. Big pitch here. 1-0. First and second, one out. J.D. Davis stepping in from the left side. Bavith, what's going on, man? Here's the 1-0 pitch. And a fastball taken right down the middle by J.D. 1-1. Right down the heart of the plate. I'll come up with another one. I'll come up with another good one. All right. I got one. But I might be wrong on this. So somebody's going to have to stat check me. I think I'm right, though. It'll be a 1-1 pitch here to Davis. And a slider in the dirt. 2-1. Who holds the record? And it might be, I could be wrong on this. I think it may have been back-to-back seasons. Like it might not have all happened in one season, but it was in consecutive games. It may have been in the same season. I can't remember. But who holds the record for the longest hit streak in New York Mets history? Longest hit streak. And somebody is going to have to stat check me on this. I may not be right on this, but I think I am. It'll be a 2-1 pitch here. 1 out. Runners on first and second here in the bottom of the 5th. Richards from the stretch. Here's the pitch to J.D. Davis. And a curveball swung on and missed. Longest hit streak. AB got it. AB, did you look that up? You said you were a Yankee fan. If you got Moises Alou, all right, both Yankee fans just cheated because that is a tough question. Moises Alou was a Met for like a year and a half. Deborah, I think, legitimately got it. She's a Mets fan. But Moises Alou did do it. I think it was like 31 games or something like that. It'll be a 2-2 pitch here to J.D. Davis. Swung on and missed there on the curveball. Here's the pitch by Richards. And another curveball swung on and missed. Yeah, it was Moises Alou with the Mets. I think it was like 2008. He had a great year. He batted like 330 or something. He had a really good year for the Mets late in his career. Who are the only 2 left-handed pitchers to win 20 games in a season for the Mets? That's a great question. That's a fantastic question and one I'm going to have to think about. There's never been in my lifetime, other than I think R.A. Dickey, since I've been watching the Mets, that's won 20 games. Leiter never won 20 games. Hampton never won 20 games. DeGrom's never won 20 games. Dickey, I think, won 20, but he's a right-hander. I don't think I'm going to get this one. That's a great question. That's a really good question. First and second, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Yeah, Gooden's a righty, though. He wasn't a lefty. Dickey's a righty. He's not a lefty. And here's a curveball swung on and a slow roller down the third base line. Foul by McCann, 0-1. Jerry Koosman and Frank Viola. Oh, I would have never gotten that. I know that Viola had a really good year for the Mets in the 80s, but I would have never gotten that. Good question, Deborah. You try to stump me. Ask me some good Met questions. That's a good one. That was a really good one. I'm going to have to ask that on my next Met stream. So first and second, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Richards from the stretch. And here's the pitch to McCann. And the fastball misses upstairs, 1-1. That was a really good one. All right, I got one. Who holds the record for the most RBI in a single game by a New York Met, and who did he do it against? Who holds the record for the most RBI in a single game by a New York Met, and who did he do it against? Here's the 1-1, and a fastball swung on a miss there by McCann, 1-2. It is not Mike Piazza. Deborah is awesome. I was at the game, and that's why I had to rub it in, because I know Nate's a Yankee fan. It was a doubleheader. First game was at Yankee Stadium. Second game was at Shea Stadium. I went to both of them. I took the train from Yankee Stadium to Shea Stadium. In the first game of the doubleheader, here's the 1-2 pitch, and that's in the dirt. Good block there. 2-2. Delgado hit 10 RBIs against the New York Yankees. He hit, or was it 9? It might have been 9. I think he hit a grand slam and a 3-run homer. But yeah, Carlos Delgado against the New York Yankees at Yankee Stadium. First and second. 2 outs, 2-2. Here to McCann. And here's the pitch from Richards. And a fastball swung on and fouled off. You're in full football mode. Wow, Richards has more gray hair than me. He's got a full head of gray hair. So first and second, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Mets still trying to keep this rally going. But yeah, come up with a Met question for me. See if you could stump me. Yeah, Jerry Koosman at 9. Well, Koosman wasn't the answer. Koosman wasn't the answer, Dave. McCann will step out. Yeah, Mo hit the longest home run, I think, ever at Shea Stadium when he hit it off the scoreboard. That was a bomb. It'll be a 2-2. Here's the pitch. And a good eye there by McCann. Takes a fastball high. 3-2. Who holds the Giants' receiving yards record for a single game? I'm going to go with Odell. Is it? I think it. I'm going to go with Odell. Nate, maybe I'm wrong on that. Here's the 3-2. And McCann chases one out of the zone in the dirt. The Mets do play 3, so they get back in the game. At least we'll have some interest throughout the rest of this game. We'll go to the top of the 6th. Blue Jays lead 6-3. All right, let me change the. Maybe you said reread the question. Maybe I misread the question. Top of the 6th. I'm in you say you're in football mode. Right now I'm in baseball mode. I'm trying to think of baseball trivia. You hit me with a Giants question. I thought McGuire hit the top of the scoreboard. Maybe he did. Maybe it was by a Met was mobile one. I don't know. How did you read game from C? Oh. How many wins did Nolan Ryan have at 19? I don't know. I'm not going to know that one. I know Nolan Ryan didn't take off until after he left the Mets. He was pretty good with the Mets, and he was on the 69 team. But I don't know how many wins he had. I'll go with 11. That's just a guess. What's up, Tana? Sucks that they're not having fans at train. I know, but I'm gonna be at the Fan Fest, which is the closest thing that we have to training camp this year. That should be a lot of fun. But yeah, give me maybe Deborah could give me another really good Mets question. Give me a Mets question. I want to be challenged. I'm challenging you guys. I want to be challenged. Nokers, I was at a game with my dad against the Cards. DH, I think, hit a bomb near the top. Oh, okay. I was at 11 was his best. Yeah, I remember the number 11 with Ryan because I've looked at his stats before with the Mets. So that's what it was. His most wins by a Met was 11, but 9 and 69. I saw a couple of weeks ago that ESPN is airing a 30 for 30 about the 86 Mets. The 86 Mets is probably one of the top, 5, 6, 7 teams in the history of baseball. And it might be the most compelling. That is definitely worth watching, and I'll definitely be watching that. J-Dog says, name the entire Mets starting rotation from the. I am not going to get that. Call me a fake fan. I am not going to get that. Really tough Mets question. How many World Series rings do the Mets have? How many less? Oh, God. 25. I hate you, Nate. Diaz coming in here for the Mets. He's got a 3.48 ERA in 8 games, 10 1/3 innings, 9 hits, 7 walks, 12 strikeouts. Casey Stengel. Slurpee. Casey Stengel. 1962. He's the Mets' original manager. Numbers retired. One of 3 Mets. Well, there's 2 Met players, and his numbers retired as well. Love you too, Chris Nate says. As the Blue Jays will get a pinch hitter here. Santiago Espano, I think it's pronounced. 328, 1 homer, 10 RBIs. I think he's number 37. His number's retired. I don't know how many Met fans are in it. I'm pretty sure my friend told me this, and I didn't hear about it, but he's an even bigger Met fan than me, so it's probably true. Here's the pitch by Diaz. And a fastball swung on and hit in the air. Alonso's there. He'll camp under it. 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the 6th. Kuzman is getting his number retired by the Mets this year. I think. If not, or it's going to happen. It's been announced it's going to happen. I don't know if it's happening this year, but that's what he told me. I don't know if it's factual. Jerry Kuzman is going to be if it's true, is going to be the 3rd Mets player to have his number retired. Which, if that's the case, why did you wait this long? It's been like 50 years. So 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 6th. Springer coming up. Oh, is that what it is? Is that what it is? He's going into the Mets Hall of Fame? Wasn't he already in there? How could he have not already been in the Mets Hall of Fame? How could he have not already been in the Mets Hall of Fame? Springer's 2 for 3. He's got a solo home run, single, 2 runs scored. Diaz from the stretch. Here's the 0-1. And a fastball swung on and missed. Springer swings through it 0-2. That's crazy that he wasn't in the Mets Hall of Fame already. Top 3 Mets of all time. Well, obviously you got to go with their 2 Hall of Famers, Seaver and Piazza. DeGrom is definitely trending there. It might be DeGrom. Here's the 0-2, and the fastball misses upstairs because Gooden, he won a championship, but he was only great for about 3 or 4 years with the Mets. Same kind of thing with Strawberry. Keith wasn't, he was here for 6 years, and you got right, but I'd go with DeGrom. I think DeGrom's going to ultimately end up being in the top 3. Here's the 1-2. And the fastball misses outside, 2-2. You got to put Piazza in there, Dave. You got to put Piazza in the top 3. He made the Hall of Fame as a Met. I think you have to. Here's the 2-2 by Diaz. And the fastball misses outside the Springer, 3-2. Who's the all-time Mets leader in hits by pitch for a pitcher? Ooh. I mean, I would guess it would be somebody that was here for a very long time. And I would guess it's an old-timer because old-timers pitch more innings. Here's the 3-2. And a fastball drilled on the ground down the third baseline, foul, right? Because pitchers nowadays, they only throw 190, 200 innings. I'm going to go with Seaver. I mean, Seaver was here a really long time, and he obviously pitched a lot of innings back then. So the numbers, I'll go with Seaver. That's just my guess. So 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 6th. It'll be 3-2. Diaz looks in for the sign. Here's the pitch to Springer. And that's drilled, but right at the shortstop. Villarro bag it. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 6th. Edgardo Alfonso is going into the Mets. I love Edgardo Alfonso. Edgardo Alfonso is my all-time favorite Met. And I know that's kind of like, I guess, a boring one. Most people wouldn't pick him. I don't know. I loved Alfonso when I was a kid. I thought he was super underrated, super underappreciated. Really, really tough hitter. Really clutch. Always picked up Mike Piazza. That's awesome that he's making. I love Alfonso. So 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the 6th. Diaz looks in for the sign here against Guerrero. And the fastball rides inside for a ball, 1-0. Al Leiter. All right, 63. Yeah, that makes sense. He was here for a while. He had the cutter. I get it. Runs in on the hitter. Makes sense. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Guerrero. And a fastball swung on and fouled off. I don't know. I think I'm back. I'm sure I lost like the entire chat. The power in my house went out twice. So this time it wasn't my computer. The power in my house went out. I guess there's a storm that I didn't even realize. So that was why that happened. I literally looked up and everything was out. It was a split second. And then it happened again. So anybody that is still here, I appreciate it. And sorry about that. So, yeah, the power went out in my house twice. There must be a storm. But 0-1. So if it happens again, that's what I heard. I heard a quick click. Then it came back on, and then another click. So it was the power. But I'm glad that I'm hanging out with you guys. 0-1 here to Pilar. Runner on first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the sixth. Mets trying to get something going. And the fastball misses upstairs. 1-1. So sorry about that, guys. Never even noticed. I got you playing in the background, James. Well, there you go. Well, you didn't hear anything. You must have thought that I passed out for about 10 minutes. But 1-1 as Drew Smith warming up in the bullpen here for the Mets. That's never happened. No, it happened once before. I've lost power while I was live on stream. Here's the 1-1 to Pilar. And Richards will check the runner back to first. Yeah, I saw as literally as soon as the box loaded back up, I saw the base hit. Pilar had a nice opposite field single. He's on first base here. See if the Mets can get a run here in the bottom of the sixth. 3 runs, preferably, as Richards will stay in for a second inning work. Pilar's got a decently. What the hell was that? What was? Are you guys watching? I've never seen that. There's a ball. Hopefully he's okay. Richards took a nosedive into the dirt. He spiked the ball like 30 feet to the plate. What was that? He must have got his cleat tied up in the dirt or something. A great job there by the catcher to block it. So it'll be 2-1. The Chargers aren't a bad pick to be sleepers. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Pilar. And a curveball swung on, hit in the air to left field. Just foul down the line. Pilar gave it a ride, but he was a little bit out in front of the off-speed pitch. 2-2, that'll even up the count. Yes or no on Chris Bryant? I'd be okay with Chris Bryant. I mean, it depends on the price, obviously. I don't want to give up, like, our best prospects. But, yeah, I mean, for me, I would rather have the closer. More so than Bryant. It'll be a 2-2. Here's the pitch to Pilar. And, he chased it. A fastball out of the zone, and Pilar went after it. So 1 down here in the bottom of the sixth. Runner on first here for the Mets. Pilar chased that one out of the zone. And the Bluejays, I think, are going to make a pitching change. What's going on there, Gavin, man? Glad to see you, buddy. As Miza, however it's pronounced, the left-handed pitcher for the Bluejays, set to check in. And the Bluejays will go to the bullpen, so we'll talk to the chat of the probably 30 people that are still left. But a quick pitching change after the power went out in my house. There's no way I'm giving up our best. No, can't do it, John. He's a rental. You can't do it for Chris Bryant. Can't do it. Now, if you get both, maybe. But I don't think in today's modern day baseball, it's not like the way it used to be, where at the deadline you're going to have to give up like your best prospects to bring in guys because it's a rental. That's really not the way it usually works, right? Because we've been sellers before. We know what we've gotten before for some of our players. I don't think it's going to cost that much. But obviously, there's going to be a lot of teams contending for his services. Patrick Sandoval for the Angels has a no-hitter. Oh, that's awesome, man. The Yankees are the perfect example of a team full of swing or miss hitters. I am with you on that. That's why I don't get it. Like, I see a lot of Yankees fans right now that want to be buyers, and I get that. But they want Joey Gallo. And, like, I look at the Yankees lineup, and I'm like, you've got 4 Joey Gallos. You've got a lineup full of Joey Gallos. You've got no contact hitters outside of DJ. So I'm with you on that. Down 3 runs, we were down. Oh, yeah, it's far from over, Slurpee. Far from over. We just got 3 runs last inning. I don't think Joey Gallo is what you need. I think the Yankees need Maybe some speed, a nice contact bat, some pitching. I don't love Joey Gallo for you guys. Who's the best defensive catcher in Mets history? Well, let's go over the catchers that I've seen, and I've seen a lot. Okay, I saw obviously Mike Piazza. I saw Josh Tolle. I saw Paul Duca. I saw Jason Phillips. Obviously, Travis d'Arnaud, Castro, now McCann. We had Rod Barajas for a little bit. We have not had very good defensive catchers since I've been watching the New York Mets. John Stearns, yeah. See, it's before my time, but yeah, nobody in my lifetime. That's for damn sure. And Mize is going to come in here for the Blue Jays. He's got a 4.15 ERA, 39 games. He's 0 for 2 in save opportunities, 30 innings, 27 hits, 7 walks, 30 strikeouts. Wilson Ramos. Oh, God. Yeah. Gary Carter. Yeah, the kid. And Guillermo coming up here for the Mets. Here's the first pitch, and the fastball misses upstairs, 1-0. Guillermo's 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. He's batting .304, 1 home run, 4 RBIs, 781 OPS. Guillermo's always a threat to try to slap one down the left field line. Here's the 1-0. And the fastball misses upstairs, 2-0. Yeah, I mean, Gary Carter was great. I didn't get to watch him, but he was good. Kevin Plawecki. Yes, Kevin Plawecki. Not very good, but yes. It'll be a 2-0 pitch to Guillermo. 1 out, 1 on. Meza from the stretch. Looks like the catcher's going to line up outside. Here's the pitch, and Guillermo takes a strike on the outside corner, 2-1. As Blankenhorn on deck for the Mets. He had a big home run about, I don't know, a week ago. And he had a double off the wall as well, I think the game before that. Conforto's got the elbow pad on. He may be coming in soon for a pinch hit opportunity. Meza from the stretch. Here's the 2-1 to Guillermo, and he'll check the runner back. Remember, Waka sucked. He was horrible. Who was better, Kevin Plawecki or Josh Tolle? They were both horrible. Josh Tolle, I remember. The one thing I remember about Tolle, here's the 2-1, and he fists Guillermo. Solo roller to second. He'll flip this short for 1, and they'll get the lead runner. So Guillermo now on first with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. The one thing I remember about Josh Tolle is he would always catch R.A. Dickey. And Tolle had the huge catcher's mitt. Like, it was 3 times the size of a normal catcher's mitt because obviously R.A. Dickey threw the knuckleball. And here's Blankenhorn coming up. He's 3 for 13, 1 home run, 4 RBIs. He's got a 901 OPS. Could use another home run right now. I thought they sent him, I guess they called him back up, but I thought they sent him down after the home run. I guess they called him back up. It'll be a lefty-lefty matchup here to Blankenhorn here in the bottom of the 6th. Toronto leads 6-3. Meza from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And the fastball on the outside corner, 0-1. He gave up the no-hitter. DeGrom gets injured too much to be a top 3 pick. DeGrom's freaking awesome, man. Worst Mets trade ever. I mean, here's the 0-1. And the fastball on the outside corner, 0-2. Most people would tell you probably Nolan Ryan because it was before the prime of his career. Seaver was a bad trade too, obviously. We made a number of bad trades, though. I could go over trades in my lifetime that were horrible. So many. Here's the 0-2 and a fastball in the dirt. Good block there. Obviously, the Roberto Alomar trade was really bad. The Mo Vaughn trade didn't really work out, even though Kevin Appier wasn't that good. The Jason Bay signing was atrocious. Obviously, trading Scott Kazmir at the deadline. That's up there as one of the worst trades in Met history when we got Chris Benson and Victor Zambrano. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And Blankenhorn loops one down the third baseline. That'll reach the seats. That was for Zambrano, though, because Zambrano was up with the Rays. That's up there. Tom Seaver, yeah, you think the Nolan Ryan's pretty bad, though, because he went on to be. It'll be a 1-2. And swung on and missed. Got Blankenhorn out in front. And that'll do it. We'll go to the top of the 7th. Mets trail 6-3. Russell Wilson in the chat. What's going on, man? Ryan says, how you doing, Tatum? What's going on, my man? Yeah, well, Nolan Ryan was a Met. Yeah, Nolan Ryan was a Met he came up as a Met. There's a lot of players, though. I mean, you want to talk about horrible acquisitions the Mets have made in my lifetime. I've mentioned some of them. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, let me ask the chat. I've been watching the Mets pretty religiously for about 25 years. In that time frame, is there a worse move than Jason Bay? There's been some bad ones. I think it's got to be Jason Bay in the last 25 years. It's got to be Jason Bay. Yo, Entertainer, you trying to get Gettleman on the phone? Get me in a plane to MetLife. Taco, what's going on, my man? I like the Rich Hill move. I think the Rich Hill move is a really good one. It fills out the back end of our rotation, Taco. I think it was a really good move by the Mets. Honestly, the worst move the Mets have made is trading Chris Cousins for cash compensation. Nate says, I think Jason Bay's got to be the worst. That was Omar Manaya's parting gift. That was like his last move as the Mets general manager. I love Barrios way more than. What's the score? 6-3? 6-3? Oliver Perez was an atrocious move, but I don't think it's as bad as Bay. But signing Perez that was a really bad move. Luis Castillo was a bad move. There's so many bad moves, man. Chris, sorry, the Yankees get Gallo or Story. Let's go. Oh, I'm gonna be honest with you, Taco. I think it's a mistake. I don't think the Yankees should be buyers. I don't think they're gonna win anything this year. They're like 4 games out of the wild card. Even if you make the wild card, is it worth giving up you got to give up pretty high-end prospects to get those guys. I don't think it's the year to do it if I was a Yankee fan. Who was Tom Seaver traded for? The players I don't know. I know he got traded to the Reds. Deborah, I don't know the players, but I'm pretty sure he got traded to the Reds. I probably should know that, but yeah, I think it was the Reds. The best Mets move recently. Well, yeah, the extension of DeGrom was huge. And there's a fastball swung on and hit in the air. Pilar's there. He'll bring it in. 1 up, 1 down. Simeon gave it a ride. Was Pat Zachary, Doug Flynn, Steve Henderson, and Dan Norman. Deborah knows her Mets trivia. Love it. Jed Lowry was a horrible signing by the Mets. Never played. So Drew Smith throws 1 pitch. He gets 1 out. The best recent Met move was drafting DeGrom. Yeah, and signing DeGrom. Because when they signed DeGrom, that ended up being a really cost-effective contract. Bichette coming up here from the right side. Here's the first pitch by Smith. Fastball misses outside. And they've made some good trades. I mean, obviously, they should have kept Wheeler, but trading Beltran late in his career for Wheeler was a good trade. Noah Syndergaard was obviously a really good trade. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Smith looks in for the sign, and that's drilled. Bichette got all over that one, and another fastball right down the middle, and Bichette hits it into the upper deck to left center. That guy's got pop, man. That guy's got pop. 7-3, Blue Jays take a 4-run lead. They're really showing you power tonight. 414 feet there by Bichette. Man, this team's got talent. They got a lot of young talent on this team. 7-3 Blue Jays. Yeah, Taco. Us Met fans appreciate it. Believe me. It's not over yet, Steven, but it's not looking good. Hernandez coming up. There's a fastball in the inside corner by Smith. Strike one. What a bomb by Bichette, man. Daniel, I don't know. I don't know. Here's the 0-1 by Smith. And the fastball misses outside, 1-1. Ken Singleton had a great career and got nothing for him. Ken Singleton was bad. Jeff Kent, right? Didn't we trade Jeff Kent? Here's the 1-1, and there's a slider swung on a miss. I don't know if Baerga was. I don't remember if we included Kent in the Carlos Baerga trade. I don't remember. I don't know. But obviously Kent was a Met, and then he ended up winning an MVP with the Giants and hit the most home runs ever by a second baseman. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed with the heater. Good job there by Smith. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. What a bomb by Bichette, man. Yeah, and I'm going to be at FanFest. But yeah, there's another bust. Carlos Baerga. He was great with the Cleveland Indians, and then he sucked when he got here. And a curveball swung on a miss. Nice pitch there by Drew Smith, 0-1. Yeah, Midwest, that's exactly what they need. They don't have the pitching. Their lineup is super talented, though. And Gurriel coming up to the plate here for the Jays, and the curveball misses outside by Smith, 1-1. Over under Metcalf 50 touch. I'm going to go with the over. I think DK Metcalf will have over 50 touchdowns, and Russell Wilson will throw over 5,000. It'll be a 1-1 pitch here by Smith. McCann lines up outside, and the nice pitch there by Smith on the outside corner, 1-2. Jameson, you have a great night. And here's Smith, looks in for the sign. Here's the pitch to Gurriel, and a slow roller up along the third baseline, just wide of the bag. They called that fair? No. Yeah, all right, they called it foul. Because the umpire at first base signaled him safe. I'm like, there's no way that was a fair ball. It was foul. 1-2. What's going on there, Drippy One? Have you ever been to a live and did the show from there? I'm going to. At the not a game. I'm not going to live stream a game. But I'm going to be at FanFest. I'm going to be doing a live show there at FanFest on August 11th. Chris, do you think we should get Chris Bryant? I mean, no, for the right price, sure. But again, like somebody asked me that earlier, I don't want to give up top prospects for him. It'll be a 1. I would love to get him. It'll be a 1-2. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Mets trail by 4. And the fastball misses outside, 2-2. They hit a home run. Solo shot, Slurp. It was 6-3, now it's 7-3. Biggio hit a bomb to left center field, upper deck. Here's the 2-2 to Gurriel. And line right back up the middle as he tattoos Smith there. Newell will throw it back in. Runner on first here, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Yeah, the Giants have a backup center. They got Jonathan Harrison. He's the backup. I think he's the backup center. He's definitely a center. I think he's the main backup center. Runner on first here in the top of the 7th. 2 out as Valera is going to come up for the Blue Jays. He's going to pinch hit from the left side. We got him from, I think he played last with the Jets, Jonathan Harrison. So runner on first, 2 outs. Drew Smith from the stretch. And McCann's going to call a timeout. Yeah, I heard about that, Midwest. I heard about that. I mean, I don't understand it from a Houston Texans perspective because they're going to suck anyway. I don't know what they gave up to get him. But I guess they're trying to make Deshaun Watson happy. But I wouldn't be giving up draft picks if I were the Houston Texans. I think that's a questionable move. So 2 outs, runner on first. Vince Coleman. I remember Vince Coleman briefly when I was a kid. He had that firecracker incident while he was with the Mets. Had over 100 stolen bases, a couple of years, I think, with the Cardinals. So 2 outs, runner on first here in the top of the 7th. Smith looks in for the sign. Here's the pitch. And a fastball at the knees, taken for a strike, 0-1. I wouldn't say Cespedes was a waste. I mean, he carried us that year. Obviously, after the fact, yes, but I wouldn't say it was a waste. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And a fastball, rides high, swung on, hit in the air down the first base line. It'll just reach the seats, 0-2. Yeah, Coleman was good with the car, not good with the Mets, though. That's a lot of players we've brought in. All right, I got another one. I got a trivia question for the Mets fans out there, and I think I'm right. Who holds the record for the most stolen bases by a New York Met in a single season? It'll be an 0-2 pitch here by Drew Smith, and the fastball misses upstairs, 1-2. I think I'm right on this. You'll have to stat check me. I know the number, and I think it's the record. It'll be a 1-2 pitch here by Drew Smith. Deborah, maybe I'm wrong, because you know your stuff. Maybe he broke the record. And a line drive past the second baseman. That's going to go all the way to center field. Garrio's going to turn the corner. He's going to go to third. It'll be second and third for the Blue Jays. I see a lot of Jose Reyes. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he broke. Oh, he must have broke it. He must have broke it. I was going to say Roger Cedeno, but I guess Reyes broke it. Cedeno swiped 67 bags in 1999. I guess Reyes broke it. I thought it was Cedeno in 99, but maybe Reyes did swipe. I guess he did swipe more than 67 bags one of those years. It was Cedeno if Reyes broke it. Cedeno had 67 in 99. Reyes had said, okay. So there you go. Reyes broke it. Which I should have known. Reyes is probably my second favorite Met ever. Second and third, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. And the fastball misses upstairs. 1-0. Then Mike got it then. Mike got it. Here's the 1-0 pitch by Smith. And a slider on the outside corner, 1-1. Exactly, Nate. I had 79. 1-1 here in the top of the 7th. Mets trail by 4. See if Smith could get out of it. And a fast. Did that hit him? I guess it went off the bat. It looked like he checked the swing. I thought it might have went off the elbow pad. So that's a strike, 1-2. As McGuire tried to check the swing, it went off the bat. Who do I think is going to start for the Broncos? Drew Lock. I think Drew Lock will be the starter. It'll be a 1-2 pitch here by Smith. Looks in for the sign here against McGuire. Valera leads from second. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and fouled off. That'll reach the seats. Which team has the Mets eliminated? Which team has the Mets eliminated the most in the playoffs? All right, let me think. Let me think about the times they've made the playoffs in my lifetime, and then I'll go back. Here's the 1-2. And a curveball swung on and missed as he gets out of the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. I'll try to answer that real quick. In my lifetime, in 99, they versed the Diamondbacks in the National League Division Series. They beat them. They then lost to the Braves. 2000, they then they opened up against the Giants. They beat them in the National League Division Series. They then beat the Cardinals in the Championship Series. And they lost to the Yankees in the World Series. 2006, they beat the – I'm going to go with the Dodgers because they beat the Dodgers in 06 and they beat the Dodgers in 15. Now, in 80 – I'm not trying to look at the chat because I don't want anybody to give me the answer. In 86, they obviously beat the Red Sox in the World Series. They beat the Astros. And they beat the Orioles in the World Series at 69. So I'm gonna go with the Dodgers. I'm gonna go with the Dodgers. They beat the Dodgers in 06 and 15. Dodgers beat them in 88 though. Let me change the inning as we go to the bottom of the 7th. I forgot to change the top of the 7th, so we're just skipping an inning. It's the Dodgers. Yeah, they beat the Dodgers in 06 and 15. You should watch Aussie football, rougher than the NFL. A lot of people have told me I should watch Aussie football. Best ever after Giants game. Comments, Ron Jaworski said the game was over, and I was still looking around with my head on us. Yes. Oh, yeah, I love that. Ron, yeah, the LT comment. Yeah, absolutely. David Cohn was great. I got to really appreciate David Cohn with the Yankees. Obviously, I'm a Met fan, but he obviously did a great job with the Mets as well. But yeah, David Cohn was a great pitcher. He won. I think he had a 20-game. I think he won 20 games with the Yankees. Eagles Giants split the season series. You agreed. I'm an Eagle. I actually think the Giants are going to sweep the Eagles. I really do. I think the Giants are going to sweep the Eagles this year. Maybe I'll be wrong, and you guys always seem to have our number, but I think we're going to sweep the Eagles this year. Taylor Saucedo on the mound for the Blue Jays, and this is the you know how the Mets have a player on their team that spells Tyler weird? Well, the Blue Jays have a player on their team that spells Taylor weird. He spells it with an ER. Most Taylors, I think, are with an OR. He'll come into the game here. He's got a 1.64 ERA in 12 games, 11 innings, 5 hits, 3 walks, 12 strikeouts. He pitched yesterday. And Nimmo's going to lead off here for the Mets. I think he's got 2 hits, and he was robbed of a third. Here's the first pitch. And a fastball swung and a miss, 93. Yeah, Cohn had a perfect game with the Yankees. David Wells had a perfect game with the Yankees. Doc Gooden had a no-hitter with the Yankees, of course. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Nimmo. And he takes a fastball low for a ball, 1-1. What's his name? What was the name of the pitcher with the Jim Abbott? I think, didn't he throw a no-hitter with the Yankees also? The pitcher with one hand? Here's the 1-1 to Nimmo. And that's taken for a ball. Slider in the dirt. 2-1. What the heck happened to Yoenis Cespedes? Injuries. Injuries happened to Yoenis Cespedes. It'll be a 2-1 here to Nimmo. Come on, Nimmo. Get on base, baby. Here's the 2-1. And that's taken for. We have seen a lot of weird things in this game. A couple of innings ago, we saw the pitcher stumble on the mound after he threw the pitch. Now, you see the catcher lose his mitt. He tried to backhand a slider. It was a ball way out of the strike zone, and it took his mitt off. So it'll be a 3-1 pitch here to Nimmo. And a nice pitch there. Looked like a fastball in the inside corner, 3-2. And Orphanage Builder, man, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Trivia. How many times have I gotten run support? Not often, which is why I think you were 1 game over 500 when you won the Cy Young in 18. Not often, not enough, Jake, that's for sure. Sorry, Jake. Here's the 3-2. And a good eye there by Nimmo as he has his signature sprint down to first base after a walk. So the Mets got a leadoff base runner here in the bottom of the 7th here against Saucedo. We'll see if we get something cooking. I know, Dave. It's ridiculous. Bobby Bonilla Day every July 1st. Showing the out-of-town scoreboard, the Nationals lost, which is good. Atlanta clocked the Phillies, so even if the Mets lose tonight, they'll still have a 4-game advantage on both of them, being that the Phillies won last night. Alonso will step in here from the right side. Nimmo leads from first after the leadoff walk. Mets trail by 4 here in the bottom of the 7th. Saucedo from the stretch. Here's the pitch and the fastball. Take it for a ball. 1-0. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Deborah, I knew that. He's done. I mean, I love what he did for this team. Obviously, we didn't win, but I was always worried after the fact when we gave him the money, he wasn't gonna pan out, and that's what happened. Obviously, it's not all his fault. He had injuries. So the Blue Jays with the infield shift here against Alonso. Here's the pitch, and a slider misses inside. So a good eye there by Pete. And if you're Alonso here, obviously you want to pop one if you get a pitch, but you got to be smart here. We need base runners. You're down 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th. So unless you get something really good to hit here, probably want to take this pitch. It'll be a 2-0 here to Alonso. Saucedo from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And he swings at it, and it's going to be a double play. Flips to second, over to first, double play. Oh, that was a weird double play because they had the shift on. So the second baseman actually fielded it on the right side of the left side of second base if you're facing it, and he flipped to the shortstop who crossed over him. That was a weird double play, but yeah. We all know the entertainer has the most perfect games of all time. I've never thrown a perfect game in my life. I threw a no-hitter once when I used to pitch. Never a perfect game. Tom Smith coming up from the left side. Here's the pitch by Saucedo. And the slider misses downstairs. 1-0. I love how Steve Cohen made Bobby Bonilla Day a yearly thing just to troll the Will. Here's the 1-0. And a curveball misses inside. I didn't know he made that. I mean, that was well known before Cohen. What did he do? Did he do something else with it? So he did that. Did you see? I did not see that. Did you see the Bobby Bonilla commercial? I did not. That's funny that he did it though. Here's the 2-0, and Dom Smith lines a single back up the middle. So a 2-out base hit by Dom here in the bottom of the 7th. See if the Mets could maybe play a run or two here. Start to chip away. Nice swing there by Dom, though. He ropes it right back up the middle. We could use a bomb right now. And it looks like the Blue Jays are going to go to the bullpen again. I think this is their, 4th? Maybe their 3rd pitcher coming out of the pen. So Blue Jays will go to the pen again here in the middle of the bottom of the 7th. 2 outs, runner on first. And it'll be J.D. Davis coming up. I'll have to check out the commercial. I haven't seen it. No, I'll have to check out the commercial. I can't wait for this football season. I'm going to watch every preseason. Oh, I can't wait, Dylan. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to stream the first one. Preseason. Obviously, I'm streaming all the regular season. I got plans that day. I'll definitely have a video recap about the game and probably have a live stream up the day before the game. But I'm not going to be able to stream the first game, so I'm going to have to let Bad Dog know that. But the next 2 preseason games I'll be streaming. And then, obviously, every regular season game that I'm not going to, I'll be streaming. It's the 4th bullpen arm. Yeah, because they made a change mid-inning before. Next year for Bobby Bonilla Day, if the game is at Citi Field, all the Mets fans who attend should receive a replica annual check. That would be nice. That'd be nice. Million. I think it's like 1.1 million. This is really dumb for them to be considering they have. Yeah, Josh, I think they're being over the top with their bullpen tonight. Tate, I'm going to the Giants. That's awesome. That's the game I'm going to miss. I'll definitely watch it. Like I said, I'll tape it and watch it when I get home. But that's awesome, man. Enjoy the game, buddy. I know we got the Patriots and who's the other team we got? We got the Patriots, the Jets. I want to say the Browns. I can't remember the third team in the preseason. But we play the Patriots and the Jets every year. And we got a joint practice, I think, with both those teams as well. Yeah, the Browns. Preseason to me, I don't know. Like it's cool, and it's going to be fun to get to watch some of the rookies and the the guys that are kind of fighting to make the roster. I don't think you're going to see much of Daniel Jones. You'll see a little bit, maybe a drive here, a drive there. You're not going to see Barkley. Maybe a little bit of Galladay. A little bit of Tony. You're not going to see much, though. The offensive line, though, will be good to see. You know, I guess that's what I'll be really interested in preseason is the offensive line. How does the first unit do? In the couple of drives that they get. So a pitching change here for the Blue Jays. And here's the first pitch. Oh, a submariner as he throws an 86-mile-an-hour fastball on the inside corner there to J.D. Davis. Davis 1 for 3 with a single. He's batting .355. Here's the 0-1. Simber looks in for the sign. Here's the pitch. And the fastball runs inside. Take it for a ball. 1-1. Didn't the Yankees just tell Jacoby Ellsbury, we paid you not? He sucked with the Yankees, Jacoby Ellsbury. Here's the 1-1 pitch to JD. And a fastball just misses on the outside corner. 2-1. I've never, I used to play baseball. I never went up against a submarine pitcher. I often wondered, like, what that must look like in the batter's box. Simber from the stretch comes to the belt. Here's the pitch to Davis. And what a play by Bichette. He hit it right on the screws. A nice play by Bichette over at shortstop. Flips the second, and the Blue Jays are out of the inning. We'll go to the top of the 8th. Blue Jays lead by 4. This guy's a good player, man. Really good player. JD hit that hard. Just hit it right at him. Go to the top of the 8th. What's going on there, Ordinary Pete? Glad to see you, man. Hope you're doing well, my man. Chad Bradford was a submarine pitcher for the Mets. Absolutely. I think he pitched, I want to say he pitched for the Nationals also. But yeah, he was a submariner for the Mets there for a bit. Yeah, Bichette looks good today, Josh. Bichette's killing it today, man. I forgot I brought down a second beer. It's kind of lukewarm, but I'm thirsty, so I'm going to have it. Oh, Benjamin, thank you so much, buddy. I'll read that 1 second. Let me just pour my beer, which is going to have way too much head on it, by the way. Benjamin says, decided to reinvent myself, and from now on my career is slandering KP's name. Hasn't that been your career on YouTube for the most part already? I know you and KP kind of go, well, it's more so you go after KP, but you've kind of gone after KP for a while. Weed and coffee for Meniel says. There you go. There you go. It's legal now, right? Depending where you live. Don't mess with my Mets stupid Canadian team. Fellow Long Islander, what's going on, Ed Flynn, man? Glad to see you, buddy. How you been? Tana, be right back. Gonna go have an Oreo soup. What? What the hell is an Oreo soup? That sounds horrible. And I love Oreos. I love fried Oreos. I love cookies and cream, but Oreo soup? What the hell is that? All right, here we go to the top of the 8th. Toronto leads 7-3. Benjamin, thank you very much, man. I was into the strip. That's true, you were. Now I switched over to roasting over that 16-year-old cheapskate draw. Where is KP? Was in here for a bit. He was in here for a bit at the beginning of the stream. Put 10 Oreos in a bowl and pour milk on them, and then eat. That actually sounds pretty appetizing. So Drew Smith will pitch his second inning here in the top of the 8th. From the stretch. McCann will line up outside, and there's a fastball on the outside corner. Nice pitch, 0-1. Santiago Espano, I think that's how it's pronounced, getting his second at bat. He's 0 for 1. And a curveball swung on and fouled off the end of the bat. Orphanage says, Tana, you have got to go to an Isles game. Yeah, I actually saw. I haven't gone inside, but I went to. I go to Belmont once a year, And I went, I think the last Saturday, like it was like 2 weeks ago, but it was the last Saturday at Belmont this year. I went to a day at the track. Here's the O2, and the new stadium is right next to Belmont. And there was a ball in the dirt, taken for a ball 1 and 2. The stadium actually looks pretty nice. The outside of it kind of looks like Citi Field, like it's got that like brick, that red brick look to it, kind of like Citi Field. It looks pretty nice though. I obviously haven't been inside. Here's the 1-2. And the slider misses outside 2 and 2. But yeah, it's literally right next to Belmont in Elmont. So and here's the 2-2 pitch by Drew Smith. And a fastball hit on the ground the first, backhanded by Pete, will flip to Drew. Drew will step on the bag. 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the 8th. Do play-by-play announcers get bathroom breaks? Well, I'm sure they do. If you gotta go, you gotta go. Like I'm sure like Gary, Keith, and Ron aren't sitting in the booth with diapers on. Sometimes you gotta go. It's happened to me before. Shea Stadium. I love Shea Stadium. Some of my best memories as a Met fan are at Shea Stadium. They're showing the highlight to that George Springer catch. I still can't get over how great of a play that was. And here's the pitch by Drew. The curveball on the outside corner. Umpire gave that to him. That looked like it was a little bit outside. 0-1 to George Springer. Springer's had a hell of a day. 2 for 4 with a home run, a single 2-run scored, and that unbelievable play in center field. Here's the 0-1 pitch by Drew. Fastball misses outside. 1-1. It'll be a 1-1 pitch here to Springer. 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 8th. Smith to the belt. And here's the pitch to McCann. Swung on and missed with the 97-mile-an-hour heater. Got Springer to chase out of the zone. Yeah, yesterday the Mets defense was ridiculous, Josh. And today it's been the other way around. And it'll be a 1-2 to Springer. Fastball drilled in the air to center field, and Springer just missed. Nimmo fielded about a foot short of the warning track. So Springer now 2 for 5. 2 of his outs were ripped. His first at bat in that one, but just a long out. 2 outs. Showing the Mets' upcoming schedule. They got the Bluejays tomorrow at 1. And then I may go to that. I haven't decided yet on Monday. It's a double header. It's a buy one. You get both for the price of one. 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock. A double header against the Braves. They got 5 games coming up against the Braves. That is a huge, huge series. Obviously, it was originally a 4-game series, and they got a rain out. Here's the first pitch to Guerrero. First pitch, swinging fastball. Swung on and fouled off. I think I'm going to go on Monday. 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock, doubleheader. Appreciate that, Brandon, man. Thanks for being here, buddy. Oh, Victor, I do every Giants game. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Guerrero. And swings through the changeup. Drew Smith got him out in front, 0-2. I do every Giants streams, those get big. We usually get about, 2,000, 3,000 people in the Giants streams. It'll be an 0-2 from Smith. And that's chopped on the ground to short. Fielded cleanly. Guillerme over there on the shift. He'll throw to first, and that'll do it. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. The Mets trail 7-3. And I do almost every Knicks game. I might have missed like 7 or 8 games this year. And those are fun too. But I love doing the baseball streams too. Like I said, you don't get a lot of people, but it's fun. You get your diehard subscribers in here. You actually get, like during the Giants stream, I can't have a conversation with anybody. Because, like I said, there's like 2,000 people in there. The baseball streams, you get to talk to your subscribers. So it's, it's fun. Chris, if we ever traded Kevin Mitchell, we could have one more than the 86 World Series. Kevin McReynolds sucked. Yeah, Kevin Mitchell had 50 home runs with the Giants after the Mets traded him. There was so much talent on that 86 team when you go back and look at the roster. Howard Johnson was on that team, even though Ray Knight was the starting third baseman. You had Lenny Dykstra. There was so much talent on that team. We could essentially end the Braves. Yeah, that is a huge series coming up. 5-game set against the Braves. Buxo and Tane, it sounds like a 50. Yeah. As we go to the bottom of the 8th. If I'm not too drunk, what do you mean, Neil? I mean, yeah, that 86 Mets team was one of the greatest teams of all time. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get to see that 86 Mets team, but yeah, they won 108 games, and they sleptwalked to the. What do you mean, the Giant streams, Neil? Yeah, sometimes you get a little drunk. Sometimes you have a little too much fun. So here we go to the bottom of the 8th. Toronto leads 7-3. And Drew Smith still talking to the pitching coach. I would assume he's done through 2 innings. And if the Mets are going to do some that, they got to at least get, you figure, 2 runs here if they want to have a realistic shot in the 9th. McCann's going to lead off here for the Mets. What's going on there, New Jersey's UFO's secret space? I did not know that, Deborah. That's the reason why they traded Mitchell. I did not know. Actually, now that you mention it, I think I remember somebody telling me that in the past. So here we go to the bottom of the 8th. And here's the first pitch to McCann, and right back to the mound. Fielded cleanly, underhands at the first. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th. Quick work of McCann. I think McCann's got 2 hits tonight, but grounded out there to the pitcher. Yeah, man, a pleasure to see you too, buddy. And Villar's going to come up. He's 1 for 3 with a single. Usually this year, I think I've streamed maybe like 9 or 10 Met games. The Mets were doing really well when I would stream the games. And now the last 2, if we lose tonight, hopefully we don't, they didn't do so well. So hopefully that streak changes soon. But Toronto leads here 7-3. Villar will step in from the left side. Simber from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And he misses outside with, I think, a curveball. 1-0. Hard to tell with the submarine pitch. Yeah, I do them every now and again. I don't do every Met game, but I try my best. I have fun. The Met streams are fun for me. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Villar. And Villar got into one. Submarine pitch drilled down the right field line to the wall. He caught it. Oh, my God. I got to see that. I feel like the entire Blue Jays outfield is going to win a Gold Glove this year. It wouldn't have been a home run, but it would have been a double off the wall. He caught it up against the gate. Two down. Just a long out there by Villar. 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th. And here's the pitch to Pilar, and he'll take a fastball off the outside. Yeah, I might have to switch it up. I might have to switch it up to the red sweatshirt, the Giant sweatshirt, the red hoodie. If I call the game tomorrow, I think I'm going to go with the red hoodie. That's a good call. That's brought good luck in the past. So here's the 1-0 to Pilar. 2 out, nobody on. And the fastball misses outside. 2-0. Yeah, I thought it was gone too, Jared. Josh wasn't kidding, man. This series has been a series of great defense. The Blue Jays defense tonight's been ridiculous. Here's the 2-0. And a fastball on the outside corner, taken for a strike. 2-1. What's up there, Banks? It'll be a 2-1 to Pilar. 2 out, nobody on here at the bottom of the 8th. And a fastball hit on the ground to second. Fielded cleanly. He'll flip to the bag. That'll do it. We'll go to the top of the 9th. Blue Jays lead by 4. So we're going to need a miracle in the ninth, but you never know. It's the miracle Mets, right? Top of the ninth. Let me check out the chat. Mike says, entertain a trivia question. Which two teams are tied for the most perfect games with 3? I mean, I got to go with the Yankees because I feel like the Yankees have probably had 3 in my lifetime. Glad to see you, Banks. And after that, I don't know. I'll throw out a random guess. I'm going to go with an older team just because, there's obviously a higher probability a team that's been around a long time would have one. I'll go with the Cardinals. I'm not looking at the chat. I'll go with the Yankees and the Cardinals. Yankees and the Cardinals. That'd be my guess. The most disheartening loss in the Giants' last 40 years. Oh, God. In my lifetime, the most disheartening loss was the loss to the Eagles, the Miracle at the Meadowlands Part 2, since I've been watching the Giants. But there's been a lot, man. The Dodgers. Are the Dodgers the other one? Okay. And New Jersey, thank you so much, man. Thanks for being a good guy. Not many people I could say that about lately. Well, I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much, buddy. And hopefully you meet more good guys. But thank you very much, man. I appreciate you being here. Not to stream for it. I'll be at the Washington Giants game week 18. Hopefully see some folks there gaming. So I can't wait, man. Hopefully I get to meet you soon, Bart, man. I'm going to be at a couple of Giant games this year. So I'm going to be at Fan Fest. I don't know if you'll be there. Is Sox Arizona in the chat? What's going on, Sox Arizona? Chris, who plays right? I think it'll be Parrott. It's going to be Matt Parrott. Matt Parrott will be right tackle. Of course, unless there's injuries. And Anthony Banda, I think it's pronounced Banda. He obviously came on in that 11-inning game against the Reds. I think it's Banda, if I remember correctly. He's not that good, but I guess when you're down 7-3, you don't want to waste your best pitchers. He threw an inning and a third. He got the win against the Reds. Got that huge double play ball to get out of that jam in the 10th. Tana, rank your top 10 favorite players on this year's Mets team. I mean, that's basically half the team. But I mean, obviously DeGrom. I still love Noah Syndergaard. I know he hasn't played this year, but I friggin' love that guy. So I'll go with Noah. I'll go with DeGrom. I'll go with Noah. I love Pete. Gotta love Pete. You gotta go with Pilar. I like Pilar. Here's the first pitch by Bonda, and there's a fastball in the outside corner. You know I love Nimmo. That's 5. It's an 0-1 here to Simeon. And the curveball, take it for a ball. 1-1. I guess I'll put Lindor in there. He's fun to watch. I like J.D. Davis. And there's a fastball hit back up the middle of Bonda's cleat, and that'll ricochet into the outfield for a leadoff single. McNeil. How do I leave McNeil off? I friggin' love McNeil. And Conforto. So that's 9. And I'll throw Walker in there. So 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 9th. I was pissed, Banks. I was pissed. It was a reaction video. I was pissed. But I stick up for Gettleman. I like Gettleman. But that night, I was pissed. I'll be the first to say it. Bichette's going to come up here from the right side. Bonda from the stretch. Looks in for the sign. Here's the pitch. And swung on and missed. Nice pitch there with the curveball in the dirt. Bichette, last time up, hit an upper deck home run to left center field. The last time the Mets won the World Series was 86, so that's 35 years ago. Tough. I saw Sox. I saw the tail end of the game. You guys have been killing the Yankees this year. I think that was the first time they beat you at Fenway, right? This year. Here's the 0-1 to Bichette. And a fastball swung on and missed on the inside corner, 0-2. I still say it to this day, by the way, Sox Arizona. I've been to 12 Major League stadiums. Yours isn't the nicest, right? Because it's old. But in terms of baseball, like the feeling you get when you walk in, nothing beats Fenway Park. Wrigley Field's close, but nothing beats Fenway Park. Here's the 0-2 by Bonda. And a fastball in the dirt. That goes off McCann. That's going to go all the way back to the screen, and Simeon's going to go to third. He goes first to third on the wild pitch. Yeah, it's Dante Bichette's kid. He hit the bomb earlier. McCann's got to do a better job at blocking that. I've only been to 2 football stadiums, Malik. Well, I've been to the old Meadowlands, but I've been to MetLife and I've been to FedEx. And I'm not, to be honest with you, I'm not super impressed with either one. It'll be a 1-2 pitch here by Bonda, runner on third, nobody out. And a fastball drilled for a single. Man, Bichette's had a day. 8-3, Toronto leads by 5 here in the top of the 9th. You have Dante Bichette's rookie. Dante Bichette was a great player. I think he was, they showed it last night. I think he was runner-up for MVP in the late 90s, maybe, with the Rockies one year. He was a great player. And here's the first pitch. Fastball, first pitch, swinging, drilled in the air to right field. Sayonara. 10-3. Toronto leads by a touchdown. We've come this far. We're going to finish the game, but the Blue Jays lead by 7 here in the top of the 9th. Not our night, guys. Not our night. 10-3 Jays. Benjamin, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. He says, your supporters are great, except for KP. Not I like KP. I just mess with him. I know you do, too. You mess with him as well. But an absolute bomb by Hernandez. John, man, be good, buddy. Be good, man. Hopefully, if I do the stream tomorrow, hopefully you pop in. But tonight's just not our night, man. That's all right. It happens. It's baseball. We all know it's a marathon, not a sprint. And there's a fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. It's all about winning series. You know, you win a series, it's kind of like winning a game in football. You win 2 out of 3. And a fastball in there for a strike, 0-2. Gurriel at the plate. He's 2 for 3, 2 singles. He singled his last 2 times up. Here's the 0-2. And there's a roller to third base. Davis will come in. He'll field it cleanly. Flip over to first. 1 down here in the top of the 9th. Josh, man, thank you very much. I appreciate it. He says McGill got that, man. Yeah, listen, I love that guy. I love McGill, but you're absolutely right. The Blue Jays bat woke up in a big way. I had a feeling that they were going to come out guns ablaze. They have too good of a lineup. You know, we shut them out last night. There was no way we were going to hold them to like less than 4 or 5 runs tonight. Obviously, I was hoping not 10 with Walker on the mound, but I had a feeling the bats were going to get cooking a little bit tonight. 1 out here on the top of the 9th. Here's the pitch by Bonda. Fastball swung on and missed. 0-1. Grichuk will pinch it. I feel like every hitter in this lineup has like 20 home runs. They bring up a pinch hitter. He's got 18 home runs. There's like 7 guys in this lineup that would be second on our team in home runs. Like, do they have anybody on this team that has less than like 12 home runs? It's crazy. He's got 18. He's coming off the bench. It'll be an 0-2 here to Grichuk. 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 9th. And there's a fastball hitting the air to center field. Nimmo's there. 2 down. I've met Seaver, Kuzman, Gooden, and Cone. To me, the most fan-friendly was Coney. Really? Yeah, I've never. I met Seaver, and obviously, rest in peace. Wasn't the nicest guy when I met him, but you don't know. I only met him once. Could have just been a bad day. Here's the pitch by Bonda, and the slider misses upstairs, 1-0. He might have just been in like a bad mood. It wasn't mean to me. It was a crowd of people, but. Here's the 1-0 pitch by Bonda. And a fastball hitting the air to center, and that's going to loop it for a single. So a 2-out single here in the top of the 9th. Yeah, and not a good night tonight, Independent, but we're not blowing the team up. I didn't know that, Buxo, but thank you for letting me know. Favorite Met of all time, Edgardo Alfonso. Jose Reyes second, Mike Piazza third, Jacob deGrom fourth. But deGrom might end up being number one. I don't know. So 2 outs, runner on first here in the top of the ninth. Bonded from the stretch. And there's a fastball, swung on and fouled off. I am not going to stream the NBA draft on this channel because I'm going to actually be at an NBA draft party with a Knicks channel. Sim from Nothing But Knicks. He invited me to go to Atlantic City, and yeah, I said absolutely, I'll go hang out with you. I met Sim a couple of times in person. He's awesome, nicest guy I've ever met on YouTube. And there's a line drive down the left field line that's going to go all the way to the wall, and the Blue Jays will have second and third with a 2-out double. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, I'm going to be in Atlantic City. I should be live on his channel. I'm almost positive I'm going to be live on his channel, but I won't be live on this channel. So it'll be Nothing But Knicks. I'll be live on that channel. But a good piece hitting there by Espanol down the left field line. Ed Kranepool, heard stories. Was he even Ed Kranepool? Yeah, I mean, I didn't get to watch him, obviously. He came up with he was part of the original Mets. But he held like all the Mets records because he played here for so long in terms of like hits and all that. Obviously, David Wright, I think, broke a lot of them. Are there any? I don't know. That's a good question. As there's a mound visit here for the Mets. Are there any active knuckleball pitchers? Maybe somebody in the chat knows that. No, Dickey. Dickey still pitches, right? I think. Does Dickey? All right, Dickey still plays, right? Maybe not. Did Dickey retire? Dickey probably retired. Dickey probably retired. And George Springer's coming up. He's 2 for 5 with a solo home run, single 2-run score, 235, 8 home runs, 15 RBIs, 824 OPS. And there's a fastball in the inside corner. Strike one. Stephen Wright is the only one left. Okay. Knuckleball pitchers could pitch till 50. I mean, you ever see Tim Wakefield? That guy pitched. I don't know how old he was, but he pitched for a long time. They don't throw hard, so they go for a long time. Here's the 0-1. And a fastball hitting the air to first base. Pete's there, and they'll get out of the inning. But the Mets trail by a touchdown as we go to the bottom of the ninth. Wakefield came up with the Pirates, if I'm not mistaken. And then obviously had really good years with the Red Sox. And the Yankees and the White Sox is the answer to that. Oh, the Yankees and the White Sox. Okay. Somebody thought it was forgot who the other team was. The Dodgers, I think somebody guessed. Only 2 more Grand Slams for the Mark. You never know. You never know. Wade Boggs might have pitched in a pinch, but obviously he didn't pitch. Well, yeah, you're right, Dana. Technically a touchdown and an extra point. So we can't miss the field goal after the fact. John Heyman just tweeted the Indians might make Jose Ramirez available for trade. Interesting. Well, I mean, obviously there's going to be a lot of rumors you're going to hear from teams that are out of it. Looking to make moves, and we'll see. I'm interested to see who the Mets get. I know the Mets are going to be aggressive. I don't think they're done yet. Anything going to happen in baseball? Well, I mean, the Mets should make the playoffs. What do we got left now, guys? I think we got Scherzer's not coming to the Mets. The Nationals would never trade him within division. What do we got left now, guys? 67 games after tonight. I think it's 67. So we got we're gonna have a 4-game lead on 2 teams with 67 games to play. Obviously, you don't get super excited probably until like the final 30 games, 25 games. But right now we're looking good. So Blue Jays coming in here to try to close this game out. They have a 7-run advantage. And Shohei Ohtani, thank you so much. Ohtani, he says, my English is bad, so I'm using a translator. I lurk into your stream from time to time. Not a fan of Luke. He seems like an Ohtani doesn't like KP either. Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you what. Next time I see KP, I'm sorry. I like KP, but if Ohtani doesn't like KP, I might have to give him the boot. Guillermo's coming up here for the Mets. Mets trail by 7. He's 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. Come on, Guillermo. Sean, I was actually talking to JD Sportscast, who I'm going to be doing it with. It might be after the draft. It's going to happen, but it might be after the draft. I definitely want to start doing it before free agency, and I definitely want to do it during the next season. But I think it's going to happen after the draft. He's got a tough schedule. We'll probably recap the draft, talk about rumors, free agency, everything else. So I'm going to be doing a live Knicks show probably once a week. But I think it's going to happen after the draft, but before free agency. 0-1. Toronto leads by 7 here. Talking Giants is starting for less than a week. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And there's a fastball in the inside corner. 0-2. I told Bad Dog August 1st, around then. Like the first or second day in August is when we're going to have the first show back. Just wait, like I said, even like the littlest thing to talk about, like once training camp starts. It'll be an 0-2 here to Guillermo. And he'll step out of the box. Oh, that's right. Free agency is right after that. Then it's probably going to be recapping that. But he's got a really tight schedule, the guy that I'm going to do the show with. So I wanted to do it like right around now, but he's got a really tight schedule. So it might be after free agency and kind of, I guess, just recapping the roster then and then, talking about the season. But then I want to do it at least once a week in season, along with obviously my next streams. Tom Cruise, man, thank you very much. Tom Cruise here. With you, Shaw. I hate KP. KP's done for, man. Tom Cruise is my favorite actor of all time. And KP's done for, man. It'll be a 1-2 here. Nobody out here on the bottom of the 9th. And here's the pitch to Guillermo, and he takes a fastball low for a ball. 2-2. Hakers, Mets, Giants, Knicks, win or lose. You do a quick-witted, excellent job on here. I appreciate that, Dave, man. Thank you very much, buddy. I'm glad you had a good time. I'll definitely doing, like I said, a lot of Giants content coming up. And I'm super excited to get the Knicks streams back up and running too this year. I had a lot of fun doing that this past year. They start in November, I think. So I'm super excited for that as well. Here's the 2-2. And Guillermo slashes it the other way. He's got a leadoff single. So the Mets only need, 5 more base runners and a home run. We're not that far away. A leadoff single by Guillermo. But thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Tom Cruise and Ohtani. That's right, man. What's going on there, Christian B, man? Thanks for popping in. Conforto going to come up for the Mets. He's batting .203, 6 home runs, 24 RBIs with a .680 OPS. We need a 7-run bomb. And Dallas looks in for the sign from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And a fastball outside. Good eye there by Conforto, 1-0. And right now, obviously, a walk, a hit by pitch, whatever you can get is just as good as a home run. You need base runners when you're down by 7. I love Conforto. You can tell that Conforto's starting to get it together, though. He's been bad this year, but you can tell that swing is coming around. Here's the 1-0 to Conforto. Come on. Fastball swung on, hit in the air. Reach the seats. It will. It just reaches the dugout. 1-1. Can I read your last comment? Yeah, let me see. What'd you say? Well, I hate KP as well. Now it's definitely a boot because I'm KP's done. He's gone. He's gone. Benjamin, thank you very much. He says, nothing brings me greater joy than the celebrities hating Luke. You don't know how long I've been waiting for this moment. I wake up every day plotting my... Here's the 1-1 pitch to Conforto. And he drills it. I thought he got more of it. It's going to hang up. Can of corn. 1 up, 1 down as he lines out to the center fielder. I thought that might have been a gapper. But yeah, KP's done, man. KP's got I think KP might have the permanent boot now. Nemo's coming up here. He's 2 for 3 with a double. And thank you, Benjamin. I really appreciate the donations. Thank you very much. I assume you were Tom Cruise. Nemo's 2 for 3 with a double, a single, a walk, an RBI, and a run scored. He's batting .308, 2 homers, 15 RBIs with an .865 OPS. I think we're going to keep Conforto, Buxall. I hope, anyway. I like Conforto. Here's the pitch to Nimmo, and it's hit on the ground in second. Fielded cleanly, flips to short for 1, over to first. Nimmo beat it out. So 2 down here in the bottom of the ninth. Mets fans better start heading home to beat the traffic. Yeah. Mark, if I had to guess, there's probably more people in the stream now than in the stadium. He might have been off the base. I mean, I didn't see the replay. If you're the Mets and they're only showing first base now, what do you have to lose? It looked close that Bichette may have came off the base there, and you're down by 7 runs, so they probably won't challenge it. But he might have been off the base there. Pete coming up here. 2 outs, runner on first here in the bottom of the ninth. He's 1 for 3 with a single, a walk, and an RBI. He's batting .262, 21 homers, 57 RBIs with an OPS just under .850. And here's the pitch to Alonso and a fastball in the dirt. Take it for a ball, 1-0. Nimmo steals the base on a fielder's indifference, so won't count as a stolen base in the scoreboard, in the box score. And Mark says, glad I found this channel. Sick of watching highlights the next day. Looking forward to getting into one of your chats at the beginning. I'm going to do the game tomorrow. I don't do a lot of Met games. I'm going to try to do more. Especially down the stretch. I'm going to do the game tomorrow, so hopefully you come by tomorrow. It's a day game tomorrow. It's like a 1 o'clock game. Here's the 1-0, and Pete rips a line drive down the third base line as he tried to jam him with the fastball. That's foul. So I figured I'll do the game tomorrow against the Bluejays again, so hopefully we win. And I appreciate the sub, Mark, man. Thank you very much, buddy. I don't know what else you're into, Mark, but the majority of my channel is Giants. I would say like 80% is Giants. I do mainly Giant videos, Giant live streams, but I'm a huge Mets fan. So I try to do Mets games here and there, and I try to do almost every Knick game. I do a lot of Knick games. So 2 outs, runner on second here in the bottom of the ninth. Mets trail by 7. Alonso steps in. Texas Liberty, glad to see you, buddy. Hope you're having a good summer, man. Texas Liberty, one of my OGs. Glad to see you, my man. Here's the 1-1 Alonso. Here's the pitch and a fastball. By the way, I don't know who's watching this right now. I can't stand this camera angle. Like, you can't see anything. They have like a camera angle that's like diagonal behind home plate where you could basically get a good view of the umpire's ass. And that's about it. But it was a strike, 1-2. You can't even tell what the pitch is. So runner on second, 2 outs here in the bottom of the ninth. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Alonso. Nimmo's going to lead from second. And here's the pitch. And a fastball drilled the other way. Alonso with a nice piece of hit in there. 2-out single. Should be runners on the corners. Here in the bottom of the ninth. Mets down by 7. And Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio, along with Ohtani and Cruz. We appreciate you removing that despicable joke. Thank you, Benjamin. I appreciate it, man. Steven, we're still in it, man. If you're a Mets, here's the number one rule if you're a Mets fan. I don't care if you're down by 20 runs. If you're a true Mets fan, listen, we're all miserable, okay? We always think the sky's going to fall, okay? Because what can go wrong will go wrong. But by the same token, if you're a Mets fan, you got to go by the old adage by Tug McGraw. You got to believe you never give up on a game. That's what the Mets are about. When you can have a 10-run lead and you can't count it as a win, and you can be down by 10 and you're not giving up. And there's a fastball taken for a ball upstairs there by Dom as Pete steals second on the field is indifferent. Second and third here. 2 outs here in the bottom of the ninth. Mets down by 7. And Dollars from the stretch. Here's the 1-0 to Smith. And Dom Smith loops one to right. I thought he got a little bit more of it. And that'll do it. So the Mets, now you could say the game's over. So the Mets do lose. The Mets, I think they're 7 over now. They have a 4-game lead in first, so we're still sitting pretty. 67 games to go. The Braves beat the Phillies tonight. So the Braves now pulled it within 4, along with the Phillies. Both teams now 4 games out. Mets have 67 games left to play. I think the Braves and Phillies have about 65. Mets have a couple less, at least, than one of them because of all the rainouts they've had. So we got 67 games to play. We're still in a good spot, 51 and 44. But we got to bounce back tomorrow. You got to take 2 out of 3. We'll see if we can do it. Tough game tonight. Benjamin, thank you very much. He says, what do you mean? I'm right here. Oh, that wasn't you? I thought you were the celebrities. It's the actual celebrities? Okay. Dang, I wish we got a homer at least. We'll get him tomorrow. I think the Mets will win tomorrow. I think we'll take 2 out of 3, which against the Bluejays, they're a quality team. With all the injuries that we have, you'll take that. So hopefully we get a win tomorrow. You knew the bats were going to wake up today. The Mets bats just weren't there. We actually we got a lot of hits. We just, like you said, we didn't hit home runs. AB, man, you have a great night, man. Yeah, I'll hang out with you guys for like 10 more minutes, and then we'll call it a night. And then I'll be live tomorrow. I think the game's at 1, so if it's at 1, I'll go live at like, I don't know, 12:45, 12:50. John Morosi says the Mariners are the one team to watch on Jose Ramirez. Huh. Hill's pitching tomorrow. No, that's what I think MH told me that earlier. So yeah, we get to see the new pitcher. He doesn't have the most electric stuff. He's kind of a junk ball pitcher. His best pitch is his curveball. He throws like high 80s, low 90s. So we'll see how he does. What's your favorite sport to stream or talk about, Sean? I mean, I gotta say football. I just get so into it, I guess, because there's obviously I'm a huge Giant fan, and the thing I love doing all of them though. Like I said, the baseball streams are fun because it's more relaxed, and I really get a chance to talk to people. But football, every game just means so much. So I guess football, but I love doing the basketball games too. I go crazy with the Knicks games. Are you calling any preseason? Yes, just the Giants, Malik. I'm not going to call like any. I don't care about preseason outside of the Giants. But this year, I'm definitely going to try to make it a point to stream like prime time. I'm not going to just do a prime time game to do a prime time game. But if like the Cowboys or a team in our division, if they're playing on a prime time game, I'll call the game. Tana, Robert Salah hasn't coached yet, but would you rather have Salah or Judge if you made? I mean, I love Judge, so I'm not saying Salah can't be good. I know a lot of Giants fans liked him. I didn't know about a ton about him other than that he was the defensive coordinator for the 49ers when they had a really good year. Obviously, when they went to the Super Bowl, when he potentially could have been a Giants candidate. I know he's a guy that's definitely an in-your-face guy. So I'm sure Jets fans are excited about it. But I love Judge. I love what Judge did last year. I wouldn't trade him for the world. Ed says best entertainer video was Daniel Jones' first. Yes, that was fun, man. If Rodgers retires, Chris, do you think we could get him? Not this year, possibly next year. But the only way that becomes a possibility is if Daniel Jones sucks. If Daniel Jones sucks, then maybe you look to get Rodgers, but you'd have to give up so much to get him. You'd have to clear cap space. It would cost a fortune. What Met catch got beaned by Roger Clemens during that was Piazza. Piazza Texas Liberty. He actually didn't get beaned. Piazza didn't get beaned by Clemens in the World Series. He got beaned by Clemens in the regular season. He got hit in the head with a fastball, and then in the World Series, Piazza broke his bat, and Clemens picked up half the bat that was like as sharp as a sword and threw it at Mike Piazza, and he didn't get ejected for it. Can you read my last comment? Yeah, Mike, let me take a quick look. When do you expect to see, not this year. I'm hoping possibly the second half of next year, but definitely not this year. They just drafted him. You going to the Mets game? Well, that's awesome, man. Enjoy the game. I'm 90% sure DJ will work, but if he doesn't, who do you want a quarterback and who could we really – I mean, to Malik, to be completely honest, we haven't done a ton of research in the draft, but if he doesn't work, I mean, I would guess that you're going to be looking in the draft, unless, of course, you look to trade for somebody like Rodgers. But, you know, if you're not doing that, you're going to be looking in the draft. We're not going to have money to sign a quarterback via free agency, maybe a stopgap, a guy for a year in case you don't really like a quarterback in the draft. But in terms of a long-term answer, it's going to be in the draft if it's not going to be Daniel Jones. Someone said Rich Hill is playing tomorrow. Yeah. Somebody said that earlier. Rich Hill is going to make his debut as a Met. Well, we don't have the money, Malik. I don't think we're going to have the money next year to sign a free agent quarterback. I mean, I haven't looked at the free agent, but we're not going to have the money. We spent all of our money this year. What was the game you said you went to the bar where the Mets blew the lead versus the Yankees? That was Mets Yankees. That was the Luis Castillo drop pop-up, which was embarrassing. It's one of the worst moments in Met history. The Mets had, I want to say a 1 or a 2 run lead, whatever it was, and they hit a pop-up to the second baseman, Luis Castillo, and he dropped the ball, and the Yankees won the game. Jake, what's going on? He says, I'm betting $150 on the Giants winning the division and $150 on Stafford. What's the odds on Stafford? Oh, we'll talk in the Discord, but to me, it depends on the odds on whether or not I like the Stafford bet, but I definitely like the Giants bet. I think their odds are 4.5 to 1. I think that's a great bet. I don't know if they'll win, but I think the odds are too good. And I appreciate that, Sir Cardinal, man. Congratulations on the win. Tomorrow's the rubber game. We won the first, you won the second. We'll see who wins the series tomorrow, man. But glad to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. But, yeah, I definitely like the Giants bet. I don't know what the odds are on Stafford. I predicted he's 17. Okay, so 17 to 1. Yeah, I don't hate those odds. I mean, Stafford's going to a team now that I think is one of the 2 or 3 favorites to go to the Super Bowl in the West. And he's going to an unbelievable system with McVay, with all the weapons. I don't hate that. I don't know if he'll win it, but I could see Stafford putting up a 37, 38 touchdown type season and the Rams winning 13 games. I could see it. So for 17 to 1, I think that's a pretty good bet. Talking Giants returning, I think it's going to be like August 1st or August 2nd. It's going to be like the first day of August. Whichever day me and Bad Dog, it works for us. But, yeah. Ruben, I don't think I'd pick him, but for 17 to 1, I don't think it's a bad bet. Yeah, man, I'm doing good, man. I've just been enjoying my summer, getting ready for football season, buddy. And I know you're probably getting ready for basketball. You obviously do a lot of basketball over there, so basketball starts up in November for you, and hockey. Is the Fan Fest on TV? I don't think so, Steven. I mean, I don't know that for a fact, Steven, but I don't think it's on TV. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think it's on TV. Dylan says, Tano, let's make a bet. What bet do you want to make? I am going to tell you my long shot. Because obviously when people pick MVP, everybody's going to say Pat Mahomes. Everybody's going to say Tom Brady. I'm going to give you my long shot. And I don't have the odds in front of me. My long shot for MVP. And I might make a bet on it when I go to Atlantic City if the odds are like 50 to 1. Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is my long shot for MVP. I just think with Frank Reich, with that Colts team, he's going to have a good year. I think I'm going to bet the over on the Giants wins at 7. I think that's a good bet, Josh. I think they'll cover that. Easy. Josh, I think at worst, like in worst case scenario, I think you get a push with that bet. I think you get a push. 7. I think it's a push at worst. So I think it's a safe bet. But guys, I am going to close it out. It is 10:52. I had a lot of fun. Sorry, the power went out twice. Like I said, I'm almost certainly going to do the game tomorrow. So the game starts at 1, I think. So I'll be live 10, 15 minutes before. So hopefully I get to see some of you guys tomorrow for the rubber game. And I'll try to make it a point to do more Mets games rather when I can. So you guys have a great rest of your night. Get some sleep. And hopefully the Mets get a win tomorrow. You guys have a great night.